Hey, I'm going to take you into some intro music and then I will be right back to get the show on the road. Okay, we may not be able to stay outside because I think the rain's going to be too loud for me to go live, for me to have you guys on the. So we might have to go leave poolside tonight until the rain slows down. Is the rain really loud? Banner on. Gonna need that banner tonight. I'm so pissed. I had everything planned for today. I finally got OBS to work again, and because you TikTok lives don't stay up. They're you have to catch them when they're live, and I actually caught this one accidentally. But I had plenty of time before it was going to start. But I just stumbled across it accidentally looking up Tony Mathis interviews. So I hit I set it all up to record. I checked on it. It was all recording good. Yeah. I go to upload it to my YouTube. It's gone. It didn't record right. Not gone. It's there, but it's a hot mess. So I searched high and low to see who else reviewed it because I knew other people would be reviewing it. And I found a couple, so we'll play part of it from one channel because I don't want to do their commentary on top of it. Um, but it is a nut panel. It's crazy. Um, and I just finished Pasco's live. Yeah, what happened to the big boom? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys keep eating. And I just got sent a very interesting video, which we haven't caught up with the EKC, Tube Top travesty, Charlotte, all that stuff, the court case and all that stuff, and other stuff they've done. So I'm not going to do it tonight because it doesn't, with what we're doing tonight. But we will be doing I guess, a recap, you could say. Oh, this phone. I'll tell you what. Is the rain too loud, guys? Let me know in chat, please. If it's too loud, and we'll go. I'll move us to in the house. Hey, Wicked Crafter, good to see you. Oh, you was the first. That's so sweet. Hey, Keep Trucking for Autism. Hey, Tina Marie. Hi, Catherine. Hey, Sky. Hey, Andy, good to see you. Hi, Brianna. I'm numb. That like a physical punch to the jaw. What are you talking about? It was all to stir up crap. He betrayed his son's confidentiality to stir up crap for his ex-wife. I don't understand. Yeah, well, you know. I've got. I'm gonna play some of that. I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to. And I'll just add his picture to the thumbnail. That's all I got to do. I'll take out Spanky's and put his. I'll replace Spanky can wait. There were some things said. I didn't watch the last part of it, but as far as I know, there was no uh, big boom drop with the CPS papers, but he alluded to it. Like he's got them in his possession. Well, honey, there's CPS papers on you too. Okay, there's court filings on you. I mean, if you're going to tell it all. But of course, all the financial thing, and it was me. He's the victim. He didn't do none of the drama. It was everybody else. And yeah, I think that was total. People were pissed. Anyway, let me know if the rain's too loud, and I'll move us in the house. There's some things that were, and then there's, like I said, there was like probably 10, 15 minutes I didn't get to finish. Because I was checking on my video upload for my live, and it didn't. Oh, never mind with that. Um, Let me finish saying hi. Yeah, it was all disturbed. That's sad. Hey, voices, good to see you. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Marcy. Asked if there were more than two we knew about, and they both nodded. That was releasing information from that report. That should be a crime. I agree. And I don't believe what they say anything. Okay, then we'll use the rain for my background music then, instead of the background music. Because, hey, Remy, because we're going to need it tonight. When I play you guys some of this um, TikTokers live, holy shit. Her name is Christina Unhinged 22. And I'm so mad that, usually the TikTokers are called over to YouTube, but apparently she's not. And, TikTok, your lives don't stay up when you're done with them. So if you don't catch them to record them, eh, you're not going to get it. How am I doing with quitting smoking? I still got them 4 or 5 cigarettes a day. I, s- I just, I'm trying. I flick my lighter all the time. And I know it gets on people's nerves. So now I'm trying not to do that too. I sure hope that the proper authorities are watching that. The only conceivable reason to do that is to shine light on KCP. Why is Bio Dad trying his damnedest to make them look bad? Exactly. Exactly. And he is. And you guys want to go over that interview? We can sit and go over it. I mean, and then I could. It's not that long of an interview, so I got there, late. So, but I went. I watched all the first part. Yeah, I'm trying. Hey, Heather. That interview was, in my opinion, just some more slamming Chris and Katie. Let's take the, heat gets put on Seth. Let's take the heat off him. Forget that there's a lot of questions with him as well, and why he keeps putting out all this crap about Katie and Chris. Hey, Shorty. I get placing blame where it may not belong in anger, but this is out of control. Yeah, it is out of control. And now he's got a team of people that are going to do nothing but slam Chris and Katie. Shut the hell up. Oh my God. He starts the drama. He brings the information out. He goes into these people's chats. He goes on their panels. He co-signs it all. I'm sorry, it is what it is. It's not me attacking him because I by no means am doing that. But this is what this man is doing. The facts are the facts. You can't change it. Um, I don't see Katie jumping on panel after panel slamming him, telling personal things that have no business being told and don't matter to the situation anyway. Hey, Charlotte. I don't know. I think the interview was, and also with bonus potential Mark W citing in the chat, we had a Chris impersonator. Interesting. His chat was pretty nasty. I know what I watched of it. Hey, Running Bear. So, I guess what we'll do first is some of this TikTok interview, and then because this is off, this is Tony Mathis. This is off the chain, man. Off the chain. I know I saved it to my list. I just gotta. Man, I was pissed. All that for that damn video, and I still lost it anyway. It it recorded, but it's so messed up. Yeah, yeah, you can't. It's impossible. Of course, that's how it be going. No, I don't want to play all. I want to. No, 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 no. I don't want to play it. Oh, I'm looking for it. I saved it. Now it's not giving me the list that I saved to. Oh my lord, I'm gonna scream here in a minute. Let me get a playlist. That's where I put it. Uh, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use some of Jay's for justice and Michelle After Dark in order to uh, play this because for some reason my recording didn't turn out. No, that's not it. That's not it. I want the list. No, it keeps clicking on the one. Oh, it's pissing me off. Oh, don't worry, True 11, 111. I didn't forget about you. I just been busy. There's a lot more people than you to deal with. Now it should be in here. Yeah, here it is. I found it. All right. Now I'm gonna mute a lot because I don't want to see. I don't. Uh, it just sucks. I have to do it this way. But I don't know anybody that. And this is a mad panel of people. It's on TikTok, and the creator's name again is Christina Unhinged 22. But like I said on TikTok, the lives disappear. So unless you upload it, I don't. You can't even. Which I don't understand that, man. And on TikTok, you're not allowed to mention another platform. You're not allowed to. I don't. That's weird. That's weird. But also the way that you can do a live, but it doesn't save. I don't know. I don't like that either. That's weird too. Well, I went in over. I was looking for something specific, and I typed in Sebastian Rogers, and Christina and Hinge came up, and she was live or getting ready to go live. I'm sorry, she was getting ready to go live. So I played with OBS, and it worked. But it worked, but it didn't work. Um, it recorded, but it's messed up. There was no fixing it. So I'm gonna have to do it this way. I should have just used one of my kids' tablets. Some of these people are nuts, though. I mean, you're going to hear people in this panel. They're going to say, I'm so hurt by this, and I can't sleep, and I can't eat, and I cry." Then you need to unplug and back the hell away from the internet. Because if you that tore up over a case that you're not even on, you're not law enforcement, you're not even the media, um, you're not. Yeah, if it's bothering you that much, like I said, unplug them, take a step back away from the internet. But we'll go over that interview too over Pascal's. We'll do a little bit of this because it gets gross. I'm not sure. I didn't get to play a lot of Michelle After Dark. I don't know if she's a striker. Um, I didn't get to, but I'll be muting anyway through most of her commentary so that I can do my own. Um, I I have to be honest though. I'm not giving her much credit. Jay for Justice actually agreed. Actually thought these people were a little nuts herself. But then she'd just flip it back around, turn it back, and it's all Chris and Katie's fault, and they did it all, and you know. But yeah, so you don't give her much grace. Hey, Brittany. So that rain's not too loud for everybody. Because it's no problem. We can just go in the house. I can just unplug and take you all in the house. Oh, I can't wait till my little corner. Well, not even a corner. Well, a kind of a corner of my little space is going to be ready for me to have my own little tiny little space in front of the bedroom window to stream from. Because it's going to be too hot this summer to sit out here and sweat. Mm-mm. And I don't think y'all would like it if I was in my pool streaming. It wouldn't be a good stream because I couldn't get nothing wet, and yeah, it was gold that she put her chat on subs only. Yeah, Remy. Yeah, she. Someone told me that she was saying in her live yesterday, she wanted to talk to me, um, to reach out about Mark, but when I tried, I'm blocked. So hey, I made my attempt. I don't even know why I'm blocked. I never went over there cussing her out or nothing. Did I try to go up on panel when nonsense was up there to get? Yeah, because why not? I knew what was going on. I knew she was wrong and she was lying. But of course she wouldn't let me up. But yeah. Um the rain sounds super light. Okay. Good. I don't want it to bother you guys. I mean, I'd be happy to go in the house. It don't matter. I just didn't I sit out here so much it's freaking all I know, I swear. The kids are but my little was home today sick all day. And I was supposed to do and last night he was up 4 or 5 times puking, just water because he drank water. A little while later, puking everywhere. But so I got to clean up puke several times and very little sleep. So he was tired and he wanted to lay down after he threw up at lunchtime. And he wanted me to lay down with him, so I did. And God, it's been years since I took a nap. I mean, last time I took a nap wasn't well. That was forced. That was medically forced, so that don't count. But it's been years. So I fell asleep with him. I woke up an hour and a half later. I'm like, oh shit, I was supposed to finish the trial, Karen Reed trial, and I feel like crap because I got that hour and a half sleep. I should have never did it. That's why I never took naps. Yeah, he hasn't thrown up since then, and he ate good, and he has no fever or nothing. So hey, mystery. So he can go to school tomorrow. Maybe, but he's worried about missing all the stuff that's going on this week. Like I think it was today, but he thinks it's tomorrow. Where all the kids that have their birthdays in the summer, they're having cupcakes and ice cream pour, and then they're having a field day where they do stuff out on the field and games and stuff. And then they're having water day where they have water slides and water balloons and yeah. Hey, revival, you miss it? Well, hey, this weekend I've had plenty. My daughter came home sick Friday. She puked and slept off and on all day Saturday and Saturday night. And she's a drama puker. It's got to be everywhere. Usually, my son, he usually makes it to the commode, but I thought we got through without him getting it. And she was so much better the next day. But no, Sunday night, he starts puking. So, yeah, that's been what I've been doing since Friday night. But we're going to get started with this. This is Michelle After Dark. I think I will, because I don't know her other than um because the rain seems to be letting up. Which we needed this rain so badly. I'm glad it's raining. But it'll be soaked up so fast that won't matter anyway. I just, between the rain and the music, I don't want it to drown the video out. I don't want to have to turn the video up and blow everybody's eardrums. You know. Oh, and Betty. Oh, Betty. Betty. Don't worry. I haven't forgot about you. And Slimy. Lord have mercy. I have a lot for you. But the thing is, this I found, and I really wanted to play this. So this actually trumps you a little bit. But I got a whole live. That's what I was going to do tonight, was Slimy and Betty and 111. I've got it all planned out, timestamps, everything. I might have to do it live in the morning just to do Slimy. Okay, we got the music on. Let's share screen. Oh, we did share screen. It should be shared. No? Okay, I shared screen. Where the hell did it go? Oh, man. There we go. And this is a Tony Mathis interview, the PR spokesman for Seth, with TikToker Unhinged Christina Unhinged 22, and a whole panel of, you'll see. I might switch to J for Justice depending on how this goes, because hers I did get to watch some, and I'll just have to pause it a lot so I can do my commentary. But because I don't know. We'll see.
Across the bottom of the screen throughout this live stream. It's day 78. Thank you, Lynn.
Hey, you!
Oh, so we go right into an ad.
Right now. If you drive your car less than 100 miles a day.
Okay. All right. Okay. People on day 79 for others. It's on Chase and Crime.
Okay, look at the panel. Okay, I'll pause it for a minute. The one up in the would be the left side for you guys is the panel host, and these are all guests: Sister Sledge, Ocean, Slay with Allie, Crime and Something. I don't know if it'll show me or not. No. Peachy. And I don't even know what that one is. We'll have to wait till they say that name. Okay. And Kirby something or other. But yeah, they've got some. They're different. Pay attention to the panel.
As I said, this is been recorded on someone's phone, because TikTok don't record their own replays. So I'm guessing that most people haven't seen this, unless you watched it live on TikTok.
I did.
Or unless someone else has played.
No, I watched it, just didn't record right.
Because I got up this morning, went for a walk, and then I'm here. So I haven't like small talk. He's talking about the fake dog handler, but I haven't heard anything whether it was worth. As I said, there's a party panel, but the host is someone called Chase and Crime. So credit goes to that person for hosting this, and also credit goes to the person who put this
her
on
name,
Facebook. That was very useful for those of us.
Christina Unhinged 22 or Chasing Crime. Wait, I didn't look under that one. Let me see. Because I'd really like to do it the way I had it set up to do. No, thank you, you piece of... Well, Chasing Crime ain't gonna help. Oh, this stupid thing. Today, it has not been good. I gotta get a cheap tablet that I can record on. Oh, wait a minute. I might not have to. No, see, this is a different one. She calls herself Chasing Crime. This is a different one. Okay. Yeah, I don't see her on YouTube. I didn't think so because I look for her under her name too. So we'll have to do it this way. Okay. No, that's all right.
Who didn't watch it live on do a little also. All right, so let's. Can you hear this?
There's a lot of categories on TikTok. Dude, true crime ain't it. If you're gonna try and to come in and try and gain clout off of it or try and put lies out, one, true crime, that's our
Hey,
job
JJ.
to debunk you. So this is just a pledge to anybody that has any intention.
Good
Now
stuff, so we can.
this woman claims she works for Seth's team. Hey, JJ. Yeah, she claims she works for Seth's team.
Hear it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hi from Dubai, Alabama. Segment.
Because that is what true crime does, and you're gonna look a lot worse in the end. So if you're gonna troll elsewhere. I had to throw that out there. I had to, because it seems to be a lot lately.
I don't know. I don't know if Jules is listening or not, but just know, Jules, Sebastian's Army's got your back. We got your back. You're part of our team, and all these ladies on here on the panel, they got your back too. So let's just get that out of the way.
Yes, sure.
Can I ask a question on the dogs? So, Ocean, or I guess anybody. So, did this Stephanie person, actually go to their house?
I don't think so. I'll find out for you. I don't know the answer to that, but I don't think so. I mean, nothing.
The only reason that I ask is because there's another creator on here that has been talked a lot about this case, and it's just convenient that their dogs' names are also alcohol names.
Yeah, what I found, and I'll find that. I don't like to answer anything I don't know to be true. I know that Jules is legit. I know that this Stephanie person's been causing a lot of trouble. I can't say for sure she hasn't been in the area or at the house. I'll find out for you. I just don't know the answer.
Well, TBI should have her information because she said that she was cleared by TBI. Yeah. So if she's legit, they would know who you're talking about.
Yeah, now I do have a screenshot from Jules that she has been cleared by Agent Simmons. So I know for a fact she's been cleared. I don't know about this Stephanie person. I mean, to me, if you were legit in any way, shape, or form, you wouldn't be using Google images of your dog that aren't really yours. So the whole thing smells a little fishy to me.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. She also went on afterwards, and I mean, I kind of thought, is she tipsy? She was, just because the way she was talking, she was bringing up cities that are here in our county, but she wasn't saying what she was doing. It was just.
Okay, so that's the first segment. So, of course, they're referring to all of the Facebook. So awkward to navigate. All right, so we'll be on to the next segment. I didn't play the first one because it's just small talk. So this is the next.
I don't know what you're doing.
All right. Fake dog handler. People have talked about. It takes a special kind of stupid to do what she did. Is this the dog handler that kept crying on everybody's live? Yes. She went on. I did a video allegedly. She was on collating lots, dog tracking or dog.
She's going to drive me crazy. She's going to do too much commentary. But none of these lives are up now. Oh, look.
I'm completely neutral about the Proudfoots. I'm neutral about Seth. The other dog handler, she's very genuine, Steph, with the highly qualified, I think kind of a dual purpose, meaning that they can detect more than one. Right, this is 5 minutes, so I'll comment after this segment. Hopefully these segments have been recorded in order, because if they haven't, that's going to get mighty confused.
a dog handler, you know, you're calling in on shows after Jules is, and you know, sending pictures of your dogs. You don't even get their names right. The images you're sending in of your dogs have been reverse Google image searched, and they actually came from like Chewy. They're Chewy images. So, I mean, this is crazy and highly disrespectful, because Jules is a
House, or did she?
I don't think so. That's when Chris Proudfoot told her to get the hell out of there. And she was, I think you remember, I told you, Chase, I was like, oh, that sounded a little weird. She kept focusing a lot on our airport here and how Kobe flies out of it. Like, who cares?
I don't
Why
believe
did
they're
she-
still
and
talking
then I
about
thought,
this.
really, but kind of following Jules, see that people were her dogs, and she made up an excuse, but then she posted pictures of them.
So, more red flags than a Chinese parade. A person like this trolling, I honestly don't, because there's no benefit for to him. Puts him in a bad light for those who believe it. Because tangential all the today. We will move on, but we've got to make sure that people still believe it. In this whole message, that people need to be critical. You need to think critically. You need to be open-minded and be objective, and don't just jump on information because it berates the profos. That's the reason why everything's out of. Yeah, Jules, she has one of her is that was when they were looking for a live person.
All right. We're gonna switch gears here because she talks too much for me. We'll go with Jay for Justice. It'll take her all night to get to the interview, to get to the parts I want to play, because I'm not playing it all because I want to move on. With Slimy and Betty. Okay, here we go. We'll play this one because we can at least. She gets nasty with her chat too. She's very cocky. That J for Justice, she can be really bitchy with her chat. I think it's kind of rude, but people come in at different times and they don't know,
box, and I'm just like, there's way too fucking much going on this thing for me to even listen to what the fuck they're saying. I another update before we get to the clips. Because Seth's mom come out and said they did, right? Didn't. So his Proudfoot said, nah. Only Flung did. Katie took one. Why is Robin right? I agree with Jazz, welcome. Yeah, nobody heard it, Misty. I agree. Okay. So
I'm so mad this happened.
Said,
I have to do this
audio
this way.
only. Last night, oh my gosh. Can we just talk about TikTok?
I
for
had
1 second
audio
before we
and
start?
video, but my audio didn't
TikTok
turn out right.
is a cluster bleep. Okay. I don't know how anybody navigates that site. Maybe I'm old. I don't know. But there's roses popping up everywhere. There's shit scrolling across the top. There's a chat at the bottom. I'm trying to even look how to like the damn thing. They've got boxes and people are honored to jump up in the box. And I'm saying, so Tony's the only man. Okay. So you'll know is that she said in this Beth and Tony. Stern, are you sure? Thank you, Melly. Because you like it's my last fucking straw. Okay, so we have this audio calling people like not even, and I just TikTok. I mean, I guess he's not. He's doing it on new pictures came out. One of Katie. This part is going to be about
House, or did she?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I don't
And
think
the
she's done any-
theory that's been floated out there, which I don't believe,
And this
because
is the Christina Unhinged 22 that I was telling you about.
Chris
She
Crawford
calls herself Chasing Crime. Yeah, she calls herself Chasing Crime.
is such an egomaniac. He wouldn't want any bad information out there about him. But people are kind of speculating, oh, the Proudfoots put her up to it. So when it's confirmed that she's a fraud, it will make it look like all the other information that's being put, negative information that's being put out there about them, is also untrue. Which I'm not buying that, because he's too concerned with his reputation and what people think of him. He's not going to want that out there too. So
like I said before, he's too concerned with going in would believe it. No one would talk to her, and he never
that's trying to gain clout
she's a sicko,
and
all right, but
attention off of the back of a missing child, which is disgusting.
So
that's exactly what all you people are doing. So you're calling yourself disgusting? Because you are.
What I do want to say to people when it comes to with that, there's a lot of genres. There's a lot of categories on TikTok. Dude, true crime ain't it. If you're gonna try and to come in and try and gain clout off of it or try and put lies out, one, true crime, that's our job to debunk you.
Okay. She says, don't try to come to TikTok because we will debunk you. Okay. All I got to say is whoever just said that. About him being a nut, and he doesn't want. So
this is just a pledge to anybody that has any intention of doing any harm in any case moving forward to not do it, because that is what true crime does, and you're gonna look a lot worse in the end. So if you're gonna troll elsewhere. I had to throw that out there. I had to.
I don't know, Brianna. These people don't want the truth. You know, I busted out their alleged neighbor call. With receipts proved that man was no neighbor. That he's actually just a chatter that was in a lot of people's chats. But that just got steamrolled and ignored. So Anyway, hey Vic, I don't know. They don't want to see the truth. They're incapable. She's been debunked numerous times by Gray Hughes, and she still came right back out and said he was the one that was wrong. She still refused to see that her video lives of her light videos were bullshit. And he even addressed it again, and I was supposed to play it for you guys, and just never got back to it because there's so much going on. But I will. I'm gonna do probably do 2 lives tomorrow. It's just these last couple days have been hard with sick little ones. They come first. I wanted to do a live Sunday, but by the time I got everything done and cleaned up puke for the 19,000th time, I was beat. And it's just been an emotional, roller coaster too, you know. And then I couldn't decide on that short for Hills. I've never used Thank You Hills because you forced me into learning how to do that, to use Canva and stuff, which I didn't. And then I wasn't happy with them, and I kept posting a new one, and I know I did it like 3 times, so I know I drove people crazy, but I didn't know what I was doing. It was the first one I put together that way, and I wanted it to be perfect for her, or as good as I could get it, and I still want to take it down and do better, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Because it seems to be a lot lately.
I don't know. I don't know if Jules is listening or not, but just know, Jules, Sebastian's Army's got your back. We got your back. You're part of our team, and all these ladies on here on the panel, they got your back too. So let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah. Cool.
Can I ask a question on the dog? So,
Marcy, you got a spot that's swollen out of nowhere. You didn't do anything. That needs to be checked, honey. Not trying to nose in your business, but yeah, it shouldn't just swell up for no reason. A spot on your back. Is it red? Is there a red line running from it? I mean, is it hot to the touch? Is it causing you a lot of discomfort? Be worth getting it looked at. Seriously. Life's too short. Don't take no chances. Yeah, Sheila. I hope. It's weird because I went to call her Thursday night. Because we would have talked Thursday or Friday, It's wild.
Ocean,
I know I kept that behind the scenes because she didn't want me being attacked anymore. And in the beginning, she totally didn't want no one saying nothing to me. And she was even afraid to give me a wrench. And I'm like, no, screw that. You're my friend. Because she didn't want me harassed anymore. And yeah. Anyway.
Buddy, so did this Stephanie person actually go to their house?
I don't think so. I'll find out for you. I don't know the answer to that, but
I just wish I knew what she found. Oh, never mind.
I don't think so. I mean, nothing.
The only reason that I ask is because there's another creator on here that has been talked a lot about this case, and it's just convenient that their dogs' names are also alcohol names.
Yeah, what I found, and I'll find that. I don't like to answer anything I don't know to be true. I know that Jules is legit. I know that this Stephanie person's been causing a lot of trouble. I can't say for sure she hasn't been in the area or at the house. I'll find out.
It was the right video with Michelle After Dark, but she just does too much commentary, and we'll never get through it. And she only has it by little clips, but those little clips aren't available on this girl's TikTok because I was there. Because if so, I'm going to check and make sure I didn't miss them. Because I'd rather do that than this, but without anybody's commentary.
TBI should have her information because she
said
that she was cleared by TBI.
Okay, so she did tell me she was cleared by TBI. except Jules also saw the
Okay, I don't care about her anymore.
But it's weird.
Have cleared by Agent Simmons, so I know for a fact she's been cleared. I don't know about this Stephanie person. I mean, to me, if you were legit in any way, shape, or form, you wouldn't be using Google images of your dog that aren't really yours.
Right.
So the whole thing smells a little fishy to me.
Right.
Exactly.
But guess what? Those images would have never been debunked if they were never fucking shown. She might still be duping Jules behind the scenes. I guess we're kind of lucky she went public and didn't just dupe Jules. But Jules had a feeling too. And we talked after it and we were like, we both ignored that gut feeling that something was off. And then we compared texts. She sent us the exact same shit. Like, here's my daughter and her family. Here's my grands. Yeah, weird.
So.
Yeah. She also went on afterwards and
why is Brittany now trying to cover her ass?
Can I ask?
She's the one that put that lady on panel without vetting her. Yeah, see, she don't have them listed. Nope, she don't have them listed. So that must have been how she recorded it, and wow, that would suck in minute segments because all this stuff is old stuff. Okay, we'll just keep listening to it this way.
Question on the dog. So Ocean, or I guess anybody. So did this Stephanie person actually go to their house?
I don't think so. I'll find out for you. I don't know the answer to that, but I don't think so. I mean, nothing really adds up.
The only reason that I ask is because there's another creator on here that has been talked a lot about this case, and it's just convenient that their dogs' names are also alcohol names.
Yeah, what I found, and I'll find that. I don't like to answer anything I don't know to be true. I know that Jules is legit. I know that the Stephanie person's been causing a lot of trouble. I can't say for sure she hasn't been in the area or at the house. I'll find out for you. I just don't know the answer.
Well, TBI should have her information because she said that she was cleared by TBI.
Yeah.
Okay, so she did tell me she was cleared by TBI, and that kind of lumped her in because Jules was also cleared by TBI, except Jules showed me the text messages with Agent Simmons to back it up. I also saw the email from Chris Proudfoot declining her service. But then if you notice,
I don't blame Chris at all. I don't blame him. I just... Uh-oh, wait, maybe I found it. Nope, that's the PI. Yeah, no. Oh, wait, Chasing Crime and Tony Mathis. Oh, and Seth admits there's also no reward fund. He admitted that on Pascal's tonight. So what happened to the reward fund? He said he's using the 25,000 plus GoFundMe to pay for posters. Okay, stop. And then he cries about his rent, and he's paying so much more a month because he wanted to stay there because change isn't good for Sebastian. You didn't even... I'm sorry, but you've seen him, what, twice a month? And you hadn't seen him for that whole month of February? I mean, come on. But these people don't want to hear nothing. They don't want to hear anything. I'll just keep going with this.
Kind of was putting off meeting up with Jules until after her birthday, which she said was the 17th. So buying more time.
You know, that wasn't easy for me to do that live. And I had that information about Mark, but I had to wait because I wanted to make sure that the right people had that information first. You know, because I didn't want to take the chance of something happening, you know. And but it was hard because, you know, in a way I feel like, you know, well, people are going to say you were duped, but I wasn't, because if I'd have been duped, I'd have went through with the live. I would have repeated the things he told me, and which I forgot about my Proton email. I found a couple more emails, but I would have repeated the things he told me about CJ and the RSO diver, and I didn't because I couldn't vet none of it, and I never got this recording to hear. So, but yeah, I don't know. And then it just got like blown over, like bulldozed right over, like I don't know, because it made them look bad. And then they turn around and keep going with these alleged phone calls. You know, we got a phone call from the fake cousin, phone call from the fake neighbor. We got a lady, a fake dog handler coming up on panel and actually showing her face and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy.
Buying more time. I don't know.
But they want to take credit for it all. And instead of them calling out the neighbor, they all did videos doubling down that it got to be legit. He knew too much. No, he knew gossip and rumors that's been all over the place out here. But he didn't know it, you know.
But it's weird.
So
You're weird. But
I do have a screenshot from Jules that she has been cleared by Agent Simmons. So I know for a fact she's been cleared.
Okay.
You were legit.
I have I'm sorry. Jules, thank you very much for your service. It's amazing. You working with the dogs is amazing. But there's just something not right. Because if you're a true searcher, rescuer, whatever you want to call it, you're not biased. You can't take sides. So I don't know. I know a lot of people don't have issue, but I kind of do a little bit. Yeah, we're going to play a little bit of Pascal's here in a minute.
Way, shape, or form, you wouldn't be using Google images of your dog that aren't really yours.
Right.
So the whole thing smells a little fishy to me.
Right.
exactly.
Oh, what are you laughing about, Jay? You put her on your panel. You and Brittany, neither one of you even thought about vetting anything she said. You could have done it during your live. You could have had your mods, you know, verifying the stuff she was saying. It was a Google search. It was really easy. I wasn't in the right frame of mind on Thursday when I reviewed you guys with that shit. I think it was Betty or one of them, or True Crime Lines, one of them. And I shouldn't have went live because I bombed it. But, you know, I wasn't mentally there with good reason. I just lost a good friend.
But guess what? Those images would have never been.
But I would have found that stuff. You could have did it right after your live. You could have did a little research. I always search photos when I'm sent photos. That's one of the reverse image searches is one of the first things I do.
Debunked if they were never fucking shown.
Hey, B Tim.
She might still be duping Jules behind the scenes. I guess we're kind of lucky she went public, and we both ignored that gut feeling.
I have
that
my
something was
questions
off.
about Jules.
Here's my.
Yeah. She
And don't worry, Jade for Justice in no way gives nonsense any credit. In fact, she gets rather pissed off about it because someone says something about it being debunked. And she says, well, of course I did. I'm the one that did this. I'm the one that had her on my show. And it's like, does it matter? What matters is, you know, she's a fraud. That's what's important. They're missing all that.
also went on afterwards, and I mean, I
Just
kind of
like
thought,
they won't address the Mark scam, the alleged neighbor. I don't care what they say. I know who that alleged neighbor was. That was Mark W. I know. I've talked to him. That is the same exact voice. That was no neighbor.
like, is she tipsy? Like, she was just
drinking.
because the way she was talking, she was bringing up cities that are here in our county, but she wasn't saying what she was doing. It was just very kind of bizarre.
I'm going to fast forward through some of this about the
Basic
dog
knowledge.
handler.
To Jules, and I talked to her for 10 or
Because we know that the dog handler, we know all that. but there's some other juicy stuff that he's going to say here.
15 minutes and were used for. And I mean, a canine dog is not a tracking dog. Exactly. It's a great way to put it.
And I'm sorry, but from the very get-go, I've had red flags about this guy, and I still do. This guy, what's he want? What's in it for him? Come on. Come on now. Do you really think he's trying to stay neutral and get them to work together? Because if they did that, it wouldn't benefit him. He wouldn't be getting all this attention. Huh. He wasn't getting the attention with the Riley Strand case. Or not the Riley Strand case. What's his name? I can't even think of his name now, but I know who it is. He's working with the parents of the missing boy. Oh, the name's on the tip of my tongue and I can't get it out. But I can actually see it. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, I don't know.
Well, and they have to go through a lot of
Yeah, they
training.
want the parents to continue to fight. Yeah, this Tony, I know, I don't believe his intention ever was to get them to work together in harmony.
Too. So, you're not going to just have a generic dog that's like.
Okay, we're going to fast forward real
They're
good
on
here.
Team Sebastian.
I thought that was funny. He's like, what are you worried about? The dog's going to think you're an asshole too?
I'm not going anywhere, but Seth just sent me some exclusive images
Thank
of
you, Jess.
Sebastian that nobody's seen that he wanted me to share with you.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're gonna see me kind
Isn't
of
that
whatever for a minute.
convenient?
Go ahead and do your thing. I'll be right back.
All right, sounds good. If you want to, and you can text them to me if you want. Thank you, Seth. Okay. All right. So, all right. This is the email that's been floating around. Yes. Happy
You
Mother's
can
Day.
bet next time I won't set it up to record and walk away. I will sit on top of it to record a TikTok live. Never am I going through this again.
Everybody.
Live and learn.
So the email that everybody has been seeing, or if you, it's on Facebook. It says Seth and his.
Okay.
She actually has a will goals, super chat goals. She has a super chat goal of $500. What? Live tip goal $300. Member goal $100. Please tell me this isn't every night. Yeah, Tony is the he's not the PI. He's his representative that does all his sets up. He claims he's getting all these contracts and notes signed for interviews, and yeah, he's his PR guy.
Yes.
We already heard the email.
The email that has been Seth for us,
Wow,
for Sebastian.
That's not grifting.
Because
She's got the totals right there. Okay.
Have so many, right? I feel
That's
like I go and make
ballsy.
a post and it's the same 5 photos of Sebastian continuously. Not that his face changes, but it's nice to see different of himself in different photos, So thank you, Tony, and thank you, Seth, wherever you are in here. I know I didn't make you your account yet for TikTok, but
I don't know. I guess 70, whenever it was, Chase, that we came.
Okay, so just to let you know, if you guys do go to TikTok, Chase, this girl made him another account because his first account is Find Caleb Harris, and he said he didn't want to go on for Sebastian lives with that as his name. I don't know why his name's just not his name, but they made one called Sebastians.army on TikTok, and that's where they're going to share everything that Tony can release is going to be released on that TikTok account. It's Sebastians.army.
On last time, I guess that was 2 days ago. But there's been a lot of people comment all over YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, that they told me, they kept telling me, they can't believe it took me this long to find out or figure it out or whatever. And I didn't really put any merit into it, but I've recently become intrigued with JLR, and I know that not everybody likes JLR.
Did you
So
hear?
trigger alert.
He became intrigued, but listen what he says next. Mr. Mathis says that he's been following JLR for years. You heard me, guys.
What?
He's been following him for years, and he's recently intrigued. Listen.
Whatever. But here's the thing with JLR. When I first started watching that guy years ago, I was really skeptical, and I didn't really agree with all of his antics. But I will tell you that today, and I actually reached out to him, but today I will say, and I'm not sure what's happened. I think maybe he's like me, and old age has settled him down a little bit. But I do think he's doing a decent job. I got a little concerned when I heard him say that it took me a while to figure out that I can't work with him. What I want you guys to understand is,
so he didn't like that JLR said that he was slow to catch on. so don't think.
But I don't work for me. I work for Seth. Seth wanted me to try to unite the front, give everybody one voice. That message came 100% from Seth.
So you don't really work for him because you're not being paid. Is that correct? Also, okay.
I told
and I don't believe you ever wanted a united front. Not the vibe I got from you. Not the vibe I'm getting from you. Not what you're actually doing.
Seth from the beginning, just like I told him not to go on Nancy Grace. I told him that I didn't believe it was going to work, but I would do everything I could do to make it happen. My job his job is to define the message. My job is to figure out how to deliver the message and who to deliver the message to. That's my job. So just for everybody that thinks that I'm a little bit slow, and that may not be a lie, I might be a little slow, but I wasn't a little slow on this deal. On this deal, I was simply taking orders from Seth. I never wanted to work with him to begin with.
But that says a lot about you, Tony, though, because we all know.
I have no idea. Good question, Revival. Why does Seth need a team? Hey, Thor. This is officially a three-ring circus. Sebastian has gotten lost in the mayhem and the drama. Oh, wait, this is going to get even better. Hey, Hope for Snoopy. How are you? This is going to get even better. I'm going to fast forward probably again.
We've all been sitting and watching. We know that there was no good chance of Chris Proudfoot coming around, or Katie, to say the least. Right. But you still attempted.
Right.
And I give you applause for actually attempting and trying, because you did not have to, but you still tried to. And they had plenty of time to come around. And did we think it was going to work? Probably not, but you had.
First off, what do you mean he gave it his best try? Who the hell is this guy? He's some stranger from the internet that reached out to these family members to be their representative. They don't know him from Adam or Eve. He's not a professional. It's not his career. Yeah, that, I don't know. That'd be weird.
In my opinion, you have to at least try, right? So at least you can say, I tried it, didn't work, we're moving on.
He's a total stranger. And you wanted Chris to trust him? Okay.
And I'm old school. I believe in the chain of command, and I have two bosses in addition to the boss that pays my bills. I have Randy Harris and I have Seth Rogers, and those are my two bosses. And I may not agree with the messages that they choose to have me deliver, but I have agreed to deliver those messages. What I have control over, again, is how they're delivered and who they're delivered to. So, but the message itself, that's not coming from me. Now, am I throwing Seth under the bus? No. Seth will tell you that, him and Randy are my two brothers. And, he'll tell you that it was his call, that he thought it was the right thing to do, to give it a try and bury the hatchet or whatever. And
hey, Mike.
It was also not my decision when I lost my cool the other night. And, that was my choice as to how to deliver that message. But it was Seth's message to deliver.
Have a good night, Wendy.
Lose your cool. When did you lose your cool? I've never seen you lose your cool.
Well,
yeah,
whenever
she's
I was
eating.
on the show the other night, and I started.
You did not lose your cool.
You did not lose your cool.
Okay.
That was you losing your cool. My goodness.
No, there's a lot more left than that. That was a level 3 lose my cool.
You were just calling the BS. That's all.
Yeah.
I did it.
I just want to clarify in the comments, because I know people pop in and out, and it's only been kind of a few days. in regards to things. So Tony is taking on the blunt of everything on behalf of Seth, which we've been saying for a long time, for weeks, that we need Seth to sit back and do what he has to do, and not take the forefront on a lot of this stuff, because he has enough.
Wild, because she's got, I mean, let's face it, she was the one
So
that
I clipped this, okay? That's why there's like sudden cutoffs and stuff, just so you guys know.
put stuff out there from the very beginning that made us look at the Proudfoots and their behavior, right?
Oh, you're talking about Seth's mom. I was looking for
Yeah.
Grandma Rogers in the comments.
Okay, so this girl, now I remember what part this was. So this girl says, I'm sure you guys have all seen by now that Robin Rogers, Seth's mom, and that's
Mom, CP, you told law enforcement your wife was involved in the beginning. Good for her. But then she like kind of backtracked on that. And people are like, well, what the heck? Grandma Rogers, you know, like you can't blast them and then take it back and be like, oops, my bad. You know, like gloves are off. Let it roll, Grandma, let it roll.
I am so here for Grandma Rogers. Like,
okay, so I don't think it's a joke about Grandma Rogers at all. As a grandma myself, I can't imagine the emotions she's going through. If my granddaughter in between, not judge a grandma. I don't know if she said she knew.
Of course you're not going to judge her, because she comes out and brings you guys dirt. She comes out and keeps the drama going. Of course you're not going to. Chris is vetting these people and being dragged for it. Yep. Hey, Mike, in case you didn't hear me, how you doing? Yeah. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button so we can get this video in the algorithm. If you're not subbed up, sub up. I'm gonna get the 2K eventually here. May take till Christmas, but I'll get there. No, I'm just kidding.
To herself, but I just thought that was really kind of that was off to me. I don't like that.
Of course not. You want to stick up for the grandma.
Then take it back and be like, oops, my bad. You know, like gloves off, let it roll, Grandma, let it roll.
I am so here for Grandma Rogers. Like when she makes posts, I think everybody's like, get him, Grandma.
Yeah.
I love her.
You know, here's the humor and the irony is that, have any of you guys at all been following
I don't either,
case?
Thor.
I mean, like really following it?
Yeah,
I have.
Okay. So you know that we got an unhinged grandma over on that side too, right?
Do you hear this? I mean, are we talking about so lighthearted if my Sophia was missing?
Grandma over on that side too, right?
They think this is funny. They think this is funny. He thinks he's being clever by saying there's an unhinged grandma on both sides. This is not a joke. This is not a game. There's a missing child here. And he's a professional. I don't feel like Chris, Katie, Seth, or anyone else in the family is guilty in the disappearance of Sebastian. But Seth's attitude is running on potential searchers. Yeah. I agree. I never did think that. I have my opinions about Seth.
So Grandma Janet, we call her Nana, and like I said, when I called her Grandma, she corrected me and said it's not Grandma, it's Nana. But so Nana and I have gotten real close. But you know, she came unhinged when I did an interview with I think it was maybe Justin and Cindy. I don't know, maybe it was Pascal. I can't remember, but.
First, they keep attacking Chris and Katie, saying how they're putting all this stuff out here, how they're going on doing this and doing that. They're not the ones going around doing so many panels that they can't remember where they were. I mean, let's count the panels up and see who did more panels. Just saying. Hey, it's me, Amberly. Good to see you.
Anyway, it was an interview where I broke the new witness, and she lost mine, and she got on a Facebook group. Well, she got on our group, and we deleted her comment. I don't have any reason to believe that. Now, if it came out that it was true, I wouldn't be surprised, but I can't say that, and I don't think so.
Who is the David that he's referring to? That Heather was saying there was an open line of communication back with Seth, and he's like, he better not open his mouth or he'll never open it again.
I don't know that. You talking about on that?
Okay, so now we
That's not what was said in that recording. Go back and listen to it. I'm actually doing that. I'm trying to match up timestamps with from the recorded conversation, and match it up with the crap these guys have spewed, saying that that's what was said in the call. And my little boy he needed me, so I had to stop doing the clips. I'm about halfway done, but if you listen to that call, read the transcript of the call. He didn't say he was going to slap someone physically. He said slap them with a cease and desist. They twisted everything in that call. I don't think so.
talking about Chris Proudfoot's threatening Seth and Chloe. Okay.
He didn't, though. Go listen. Go read the transcript. Listen with your ears. He did say the word slap, but it was about a cease and desist, which Tony, I think, actually admits. But he still says it was a threat, because it was a threat even though he said cease and desist. Huh?
Okay. We're getting into in this situation. I think that's
and they're talking again, and people were assuming it was somebody in law enforcement that CP knows.
Well, so I think Seth made a comment that he was talking to, I don't know if it was Agent Simmons or that
okay, so
Paddock or whatever his name is, but
Paddock? How does he not know the investigators' names, or is he just pretending to be dumb? This is all this, right? At convenient. Gone. Can someone make those disappear? Hid. The only people that see it are the ones that are there. Yeah, they don't, on TikTok, they don't save as live, or like lives don't turn into videos. Less drama, but aren't you about spreading the word? It's weird to me.
that he was talking to, I don't know if it was Agent Simmons or
that's right. She said David. It's not David. So this girl that asked the question, I can't remember who it was. And it's not just the creator on this panel. There's okay.
Paddock or whatever his name is, but
what'd she say?
People asking questions. I can't remember who it was. And it's not just the creator on this panel. There's other people asking.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Paddock or whatever his name is, but he had reestablished a line of communication with that law enforcement officer.
Okay, Tony, shouldn't you have that, know that kind of stuff? For sure. I mean, shouldn't you know? Huh? Yeah, okay.
And what Chris was trying to say is
Chico.
that, there's Bobby Simmons. I think it was Agent
When you going live?
Simmons. But what Chris was trying to say is that if Seth didn't shut his mouth, that Bobby was talking to him again, essentially saying that they're talking to you now because you disappeared for a little while, but if you keep running their mouth, they're not going to talk to you anymore.
Well, I thought strange that Heather made it sound like that agent should be, if that's the person, that person should be going through her and not Seth.
Yeah, I mean, here's my opinion on all that. I mean, first off, I think that whoever's in charge of the investigation should always be talking to the father. I've been very consistent on that. If there is a line of communication between law enforcement and the PI, then that's fantastic. But there's going to be some things that they should tell the father first, and there's going to be some things that, like in Caleb's case, we had PIs, and it's a different dynamic because one of the owners of the firm was retired FBI. A second partner is retired CIA. A third partner is also retired FBI. One of the FBI agents, or one of the retired agents that's our PI over there, was actually an FBI agent in Corpus Christi, where the case is. So you can imagine he's got a direct line of communication with law enforcement.
Hold on.
He's got trust with them.
That was his phone that cut out.
Worked with them. So there are times that our PI in Caleb's case is going to converse back and forth with law enforcement, and there's things that are said that won't go to Randy, the father. But it's not done because they don't trust Randy. It's done because they're working on something that is part of the investigation. So there's all types of things. But here with Sebastian, I think a lot of it has to do with they told Seth some things to do early on and he didn't listen. So they shut him off for a while and they iced him or sidelined him or whatever you want to say. And I think
Because they couldn't trust him to keep his mouth shut. Are you kidding?
he's working to rebuild that. But, one of those things they told him early on, and they did tell Chris and Katie, was we don't need you out here searching for your son. Well,
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Chico. I sure will. Oh, he's supposed to have his port removed. So the doc feels like his heart is strong enough to be taken off the port. So I'll be at the hospital most day tomorrow with Mama is. Oh, that's great news. Everything's going to be just fine. It is. We're all sending all my prayers. Oh, prayers and good vibes only.
I mean, if you're going to be mad that he's doing that, then, he's probably not going to get any communication from him because he's searching for his son all day, every day.
I think that's what most parents would do. And I get why, they say not to do it, but I would have ignored the police too. I'd have been out looking for my kid.
It says Heather did not make it seem that way. Wait a minute. This commenter's pissed. They have both agreed that Heather would be the one reaching out to Ellie and getting information since she can better handle the situation. And that's true. I remember that because Seth did not have a good relationship with law enforcement. And I do remember them saying that, discussing that.
Another question.
Okay, before we get to the next question, no, and getting information since she can better handle the situation. Tony comes on, and then Heather leaves, Tony. But you're gonna hear why. I think you're gonna hear why Chloe stepped down. I kind of had a feeling last night that she was
okay. I don't care what you say, in my opinion. I don't mean it like that. It's just as a phrase. When someone saying, I don't care what they say, this is how it happened. That's what I mean. I think that it's true. The one was working for free, which she shouldn't have been because there was plenty of money raised. And then the one wasn't working for free, but the retainer ran out and he did not refill the retainer. I wonder why. Now they're saying it's because, you need a fresh set of eyes. Get the hell out of here, all right? Then he says he's using the money for flyers. That's a hell of a lot of flyers. That's a lot of flyers. You could paint the town with all them flyers. Seriously, that's a lot of money for flyers. And then he went on to complain about, he's not working. That's his choice. I get that his son's missing, but you also got to go on. You got bills to pay. You got to eat. It is not the internet's responsibility. He's mad because people are questioning the money. Could you imagine if it would have been Katie and Chris asking for any help? No, they haven't asked for a dime. They paid for billboards to put their son's picture 24/7. They've done things, but they don't come out here and pat themselves on the back or try to make themselves look like the good parent and, claim it all and then some. So, I don't know.
gonna be gone. We'll get to it.
They said it
Exactly,
was Sebastian
Charlotte.
supposed to testify at the custody hearing.
They forget that too, that no one has been totally cleared. Oh, Chico, we'll be with you. Hey, you wanna talk? You wanna chit chat while you're sitting at the hospital? I'd be more than happy to.
between Nina and Chris? Do you know?
Oh, that's a great question.
I don't think he was.
Thank you, Helen.
I don't have any idea. You know,
Are you
He doesn't have
kidding
any
me?
idea of Sebastian.
She gets $500 in super chats a day and live tip. I guess her live tips are different than her super chats. That must be, what is that, the Cash Apps and PayPals? She gets 300 of that a day? She sells 100 memberships a day? Come on, really? Nuh-uh. I don't believe that.
Was supposed to testify, but listen, someone in his team texts him. Watch.
the whole Nina thing, you know, it took me a while, 4 weeks ago when I was trying to get caught up before I came on board. You know, Nina to me is our search and rescue team on Caleb's case. So it took me a while to realize there was another Nina and who she was.
What?
Wait
So
a
he has
minute.
a Nina.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me this man who's such a brilliant PR guy with no education or training in that field or any real experience, Dylan Browns? I don't know. But he didn't know that Nina was the ex-wife that was conveniently brought up to destroy Chris's character. Total character assassination. Not slamming a victim. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I can just say what I felt of it. I see not one iota of proof. If all this happened, there was not one police report, not one 911 call, not one word to anyone else, nothing. I don't know what happened there, but there was a lot of red flags for me in that story. Sorry. It is what it is. You know? And the timing of it all. And now you got this nut job, Terry Lynn. Is she in love with... is she obsessed with Seth or what? Whew, that woman is off the chain. Huh.
On his team. He has a team now. I thought he was just a guy that had a coworker. I'm still confused. He
So
doesn't know how to pronounce the investigator's
actually
name or the
agree with
sheriff's
you
name,
again.
rather. Paddock or whatever his name is. Nina, we all know, and it took him 2 or 3 weeks to figure out that it's not Nina. It's not Chris Proudfoot's ex, Nina.
Yeah, I actually agree with her again. Wow. But like I was saying, how'd he not know? He knows everything about this case. Supposedly. But he didn't even know that Nina was an ex-wife who did panels. Okay.
Or who she is.
And, or whatever. But I did just get a text from somebody on my team that said that no, he was not
On your
supposed to
team.
testify.
So someone on his team knew he wasn't supposed to testify, but he didn't know that. Who's leading this team?
What?
Who's the lead of the team? Because shouldn't the lead...
Yeah, exactly. I have the same questions. What are you talking about? He didn't have to testify. Huh? Who is on the team telling you this stuff? And what the fuck do you need a team like this for? And y'all people, every one of you are doing this for free. It blows my mind. It blows my mind.
I'm trying to have faith in this, guys. I really, really am.
Janelle. So Janelle wants to know what happened to Seth's petition, and I'm guessing it has to do with FBI getting involved, because we know that FBI gets involved at 60 days if it's deemed criminal.
Okay.
But at 60 days,
she doesn't know what she's talking about. There's nothing about that. The FBI has already been involved, and Tony's going to clarify this. This is one. Don't do it.
We know the FBI's been involved.
They still have to be.
Are you kidding me? This dumb ditz doesn't even know the FBI was involved.
So they are involved. Just like in Caleb's case, they are involved. They have to be called in by the the entity in
So
charge.
Caleb's case is his claim to fame, his claim to being a PR guy.
And there's certain things that have to happen in the case to automatically get them to take the lead in the investigation. Those things haven't happened in this case. There's 4 or 5 of those things. And
So there's 4 or 5 things that need to happen in order for the FBI to take the lead, but he doesn't tell those 4 or 5 things are. Over him too, like at
I
one
can't.
point, when he came on
This
panel.
guy's supposed to have already been instrumental in another case as a PR guy, and he doesn't know much. He just doesn't. Wow. I mean, what else can you say? But what?
Might be in here. I don't know. Blushy.
FBI to take the case over. So, you know, a petition's great. It allows them to hear your
Oh,
voice.
get out of here. Those, I'm sorry, but those petitions mean absolutely nothing. They get nothing accomplished, nothing done. They don't. I've never seen any of them do any good. I haven't. Maybe I'm wrong. Please tell me if I am, because I'd love to be. But I just don't think they work. I mean, there was a petition to get somebody off of YouTube, and they had the required signatures. The person's still here.
Allows, you know, you to make a little noise.
And
but
that person faked cancer. That person faked an attempted unalivement on it, you know, and scam people for money, some decent amounts of money. Yeah.
petition's not going to make that happen. It doesn't matter if there's 10 million names on it. It's not going to make it happen.
And Tony, we did get your account up to 200, the Sebastian Army account that I made for you. So separate. So
What's Sebastian Army? You know how many of those there are?
we got it up to 200 last night, but you can't turn your camera on. That's why. So I'm gonna post it on my page and see if we can get it up to. I think it's 800. You need your camera.
I was gonna say, if you comment in here right now from it, there's 700 people in here.
Oh my gosh. So I guess she made him an account, and on TikTok, you have to have so many followers before you can turn on your fucking camera. So yeah, he has
weird.
an account on TikTok.
So
That's
guys, listen.
weird.
So Tony has taken on 2 cases.
TikTok got some weird ass rules, and you know what? This shit would not saving your lives. You know, you can't replay them. You either catch it live or that's it. Yeah, that's some weird shit too.
He says now, out of his own dime, his own pocket, his own, you know, on his own. So
on his own dime, on his own pocket, on his own.
People were getting confused because they were coming in thinking we were talking about Caleb when we weren't. Which of course we have to keep.
But
talking
he
about.
always brings that up. Yes, he always brings that up, and then he admits, "Well, I'm not giving them no attention because right now I'm giving all my attention to Seth." But and he says he's working a full-time plus job as well, but he's doing this all for nothing, just to do it, just to help. Yeah, no. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. Maybe I'm too jolted, but I'm not buying it.
Caleb and Sebastian. So, but to separate the 2 cases, we're going to do 2 different pages now. So he has Find Caleb Harris, and the other one is Sebastian's period.
I don't
Army.
know, Charlotte. I don't know. I mean, how would you find out? I'm not going to reach out to the family and ask them. I don't know how we'd find out, really.
For Tony. So
I mean, you're going to get different opinions from everybody on the YouTube streets, but how would we confirm it without actually hearing it from the family? And I'm not about to reach out to the family over something like this. No.
I'm going to comment. If you guys can, please follow the account. That way we can at least have him turn the he can go live with it, but I want him to be able to turn his camera on like this as well.
Can't.
And then all of like TBI.
Why would you even bother with this? This seems like more. Why are we going?
She doesn't like TikTok, by the way.
TikTok. Mega. Doll.
There. I don't have to go searching for it or go sift through other creators. You can just go right to that page and do that. And this is separate obviously for my account. This is going to be Tony's account, but it's going to be something that will have Sebastian and Sebastian only on there. That way you guys can, you know, keep it separate that way.
That was you.
But
Beauty.
it's not
She said, I was the one who called him a stud muffin to see if these little girls would tell him he's speaking with young women. FYI. I do not find him
my
attractive. I just wanted to
God.
see if they would entertain.
Oh my God. So now they're trying to get him to talk, thinking he's talking to young girls. Are you freaking kidding me? These people on TikTok, I thought YouTube was bad.
This is why we're on YouTube, Beauty.
He's 15 snacks.
Why did you do that? That is such. Jay for Justice, that's not funny. That's disgusting to make fun of the mom with your little clips. You are so immature. How would you like it if people were doing that to you? If you were in her shoes? You wouldn't.
only. I just wanted to make sure he had a separate one for Sebastian.
I have a question about the investigation. Do you know, because I mean, the drama and all that is, you know, it's there, but I don't think it's.
You don't think it's what? You don't think it's what?
It's helpful. Do you know if the investigators, I know that there's still one private investigator, right?
Okay, here we go. This is
Yes.
about
Remaining.
Chloe.
Okay. So does the private investigator give you like not you necessarily, but Seth updates like daily, or is it a weekly meeting? And if so, are they looking outside of Tennessee?
So let me be completely transparent and fair to Chloe. Chloe is she has a full-time job, not as a PI.
Y'all,
So she's doing part-time PI work.
he totally downplayed Chloe's attention to this case. Jules' Facebook is going to be pinned at the top. Time PI work. I was like, what if someone's right in here? What? I don't like it. You guys give some love. Yeah, they did talk. And then he said that he wouldn't talk to him again. He wasn't interested. Remember, he said denied in the email with Jules?
I don't blame him.
Coming in hot. What is the difference? It's quiet. I don't like it. And Tony had a relationship over the other case he does.
And she's been, to this point, she's been really involved with search and rescue. So, you know, there's not to say that there isn't information, and we don't, you know, Heather's still, you know, I would say informally a part of our team. And, you know, we've still had.
Informally a part of your team. No, she's not. She's walked away. There's a reason why people keep dropping off. Just saying. So she's, according to her, not informally. They have differences of opinions. And apparently it couldn't be worked out. Her and Seth. You know, Mr. Perfect.
Conversation about bringing her in and having her, because she's offered to work some pro bono. And
so he says Heather is still formally part of our team.
No, he said informally. Go back and listen. He said informally.
You know, obviously she'll have to take some other cases because she's got bills to pay, but you know, we're talking to her about helping as well. But I don't know that there's enough time that Chloe has, you know, if she's doing some search and rescue too, to really be, you know, uncovering anything. But I mean, yes, her and Seth talk. Absolutely. I don't know how those updates
Okay.
go.
And then my follow-up question is, I guess, similar in scope.
This girl is the one that had the best questions. I can't remember her name on there, but
as like, you know, Seth's spokesperson, are you allowed to pass along suggestions? Because I think maybe an important suggestion is that Seth apply for a grant to get money to pay for somebody full time. I know that there's grants available, and I would even help him find it, or help you tell him where to find it. That way he can get somebody. And I have no issues with the PIs. I think they're doing a phenomenal job with what little resources they have, but somebody dedicated, I think would really be very beneficial to finding out what happened with Sebastian. And obviously those first 2 days are of the most extreme importance. I think a timeline of Sebastian.
We're months in, but that's been done. But you do, out of everyone on this panel, you're about the most sane. Anyway.
Sebastian's whereabouts, minute by minute, verified, no rumor, no bullshit, is of utmost importance, and his device is scoured, everything. And I just think that would be
all that's been done. Devices have been thoroughly checked out. Actually, some not returned because Seth keeps asking for it back.
Best place to go, because ultimately,
or he
you guys
keeps saying he wants it back. I don't know if he's asked law enforcement again for them, but I know he has requested them, and law enforcement has not returned them, and he's made that known that he wants them back.
It's about finding Sebastian, right? Like, we have to find Sebastian. And like I said, while again, all the drama and stuff is interesting, and
I'd be still
and whatnot, I just don't know that it serves a purpose.
Yeah, I agree.
You're right. It doesn't serve a purpose.
Yeah, and Body, just so you know how much you and I think alike, I suggested a grant for a PI over 3 weeks ago before
Hi, be still.
When I was giving him advice behind the scenes.
Okay, so he says before he was officially on with Seth that he was giving Seth advice.
Okay, if he was giving him advice that he could get grants to pay for PIs, why has Seth not done none of this? I'm just saying, if it's true, I don't know. I wish I would have known something like that when my nephew was missing.
On getting and he's going to tell you about
Reason to believe that your PIs aren't doing a bang up job. Basically, same thing you said. But I said, if you bring somebody in that's got an FBI background or law enforcement background, you may get a better line of communication with law enforcement. In addition to that, you can get somebody that literally is working full time, that's got a lot of resources, and then your PIs you've got on staff now can work.
He's collected a lot of money. I think he can handle. Never mind. Whatever.
I don't know about
if you can get a grant, I say get it. I say you should have got it. But there's also been a lot of money raised.
Guys, but if somebody came in that was way more qualified than I was, as far as let's say they got 30 years or 40 years in law enforcement, if I was a young PI, I would love to be able to get mentored by them.
So he's saying he wanted to get a grant for a PI, somebody who has law enforcement, doesn't have a lot of resources. I don't know. Because she in this mess to clean up here, believed in this entire mess.
That would be wonderful for you too, to help. And the relationship, like you said, maybe somebody former law enforcement, maybe somebody retired.
I don't even know if there is such a thing as a grant. I'm sure there's some foundations or some places that would probably assist with something like that. I can't imagine they could do much, but a preliminary or a investigation, I don't think they could afford. You went broke? Wow. Yeah, I get it. Sorry to hear that, be still. But I didn't, I don't know. I guess it depends on where you're at, and I don't know. Yeah, both PIs are gone. And only one was being paid. The other one wasn't being paid.
They know how to speak, right? They know the context. They know the verbiage to use. And I really think that would be so beneficial for Seth, and Sebastian in the long run,
VW. Pascal linked to, I don't know any word for traveling to for a long.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Chase,
Can I
check your Facebook Messenger, please. Thank you.
can we go back to that email real quick? Because I mean, I can't imagine that law enforcement thinks the way that Chris has behaved is anywhere close to normal, and why.
What exactly do you call normal? Please tell me. How would you react? How would any of us react? You don't know till you're in that position. I don't think I'd be a happy camper after being stalked, harassed, threatened, family just torn to shreds on social media, accused of everything under the sun, including being a murderer. I don't think I'd be too happy either. And on top of all that, my son's missing. And if I go out of my house, people end up tracking me down and taking pictures or videos. I can't stay in my own house at night alone because it's just not safe. I probably wanted to go to those vigils for my son, but it wasn't safe for me to go. Not the way these people were acting. These fools. They'd have been all over her. Everybody would have had their phones out. So, yeah, I get it. But I don't know. How would you feel? Christina Unhinged?
Or what is it that they need to push this over to an actual criminal investigation so that we can get dogs on the property and, do the things that we need to do to find Sebastian?
I think the body and I could probably both answer this, but the real simple answer is evidence. And it's just like getting a probable cause affidavit. You have to have something to justify that being granted. And if you're going to start bringing dogs back, you're going to start issuing search warrants. I mean, you have to have probable cause for that. And the fact that a guy's somebody that nobody likes, I mean, we can sit here in the true crime world and say, hey, everybody thinks.
I have to tell you something, buddy. Your client, the one you work for free, the team you're on, he's a big part of the reason why. Yeah. See, these people got to have a villain. They can't just have everybody the same. Everybody neutral, everybody working together, trying to, the parents standing together, trying to find their son. They can't have that because that's not content for them. They won't make any money. And that's it.
This, everybody thinks that, but they just can't operate that way. And they've got to have some real, forensic evidence, digital evidence. They've got to have a reason to do things like that.
No shit. But 2 seconds ago, you didn't even understand about the FBI, but yet you know about all this, right? Okay.
Makes sense.
No, absolutely. But you would think that at this point in time, they could say, there's enough circumstantial things going on that just don't add up. They don't make sense. That they could at least
time finding a judge signing off on that. You're going to have, the privacy laws in this.
Wow. Be still. Yeah. I wish my sister-in-law would have wanted to hire a PI, but she didn't have the money. We went back there looking several times, and my husband went several times, and we didn't get much help. Yeah, see, the PIs do. I mean, I don't know, but it just seems like, they've all come out the gate accusing Chris of being the control freak and controlling the narrative and controlling this and controlling that, but that's just not what I see. And we can all see something different. But the only one keeping trying to control the narrative and keep the drama going with Chris and Katie is these two. Mostly Seth. Now Seth and Tony. $3.50 an hour in 1995. Holy crap, that must have been a good PI. Holy crap, that's a lot of money.
In the United States are strict for a reason, and you're just going to have, it's a violation of civil rights. I mean, it truly is. You're not going to be able to just randomly go to any judge without significant probable cause, and there just isn't any. And that's why the PI needs to find some, right? That's why it's so important.
I'll tell you what drives, to Body's point, what drives all these subpoenas and warrants and everything else, a lot of times the PI is what drives that. Now, in Caleb's case, the PI came in late, but the PI has still been responsible for additional subpoenas and warrants, et cetera. So, if the law enforcement doesn't have the digital evidence to justify that, then it would be great for the PI to be able to drive that.
100%. I mean, and I think a lot of it is going to be digital. But, I could be wrong. I think a lot of it's going to be digital.
I agree, Body. I think you're spot on there.
Give me, you guys give me a second. Seth just finally sent me some pictures. So you guys go ahead and talk and I'll be right back.
Exactly, Barbosa.
Some to me and I'll put one of them up that way. Okay. So I need the account for
really
Tony.
quick, guys. We're not going to put any, so it's easier for you guys to follow it. So just give
me a like for getting through this last night to bring it to you.
Yeah, I've never on a computer. I made the account on the computer.
You can't go in lives on a, you can't jump in a box on a computer.
Oh my God.
It doesn't work.
Okay, so you can't even go on a panel on a computer. So Tony's doing this all on his phone, y'all.
Chase, if you can do multiple pictures, you can text me one and I can put it on my background also.
Okay. Yeah, I texted him the other day and I'm like, can you give me more pictures of fashion?
How do we send money to Seth's Cash App? Do you guys have it?
Okay, before we do that, let me clarify. Let me find out from Seth and Tony the specific one. Hold on. Tony.
I know there's
the specific one because I know there's been multiple out there with all different scenarios. So I want to make sure that wherever money is sent is going where Tony and Seth wanted to go.
There's been a trust that they're working on setting up. So I'll be able to give you some more information on that probably on the next live. I don't have all the details on that, but
oh my God, what do you
Chase,
have
I just sent you some pictures. And
he has no details on anything.
Again, I have to agree with her. This dude Tony knows absolutely nothing.
Don't bring anything up unless you have the facts behind it.
Oh, you're one to talk.
See some of those.
Oh no.
Tony, can you clarify that too? Because I know that this has kind of been back and forth. Somebody else put it in the comments. Was there only one?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, Barbarossa. They said there had to be something for the judge to sign off on that landfill search. And I'm not aware that's ever been addressed. You know what? You're absolutely right. They don't just have... So why aren't there a bunch of conflicting allowing the landfill... And we've heard nothing from Barbarossa. That is a really...
Bastion, or was there too?
That's true. There hasn't been much released about the landfill situation.
The information has been kind of convoluted.
All I know at this point, I don't know the quantity. I know that there was a bunch of documents that Seth was able to obtain that we'll be talking about a little bit about those from Seth's mouth directly tomorrow on Pascal's show. I think we'll be on with him tomorrow night at 7:00.
Okay, so that's central. Okay, so listen again.
People out there with all different scenarios, so I want to make sure
now
that
but there's Tony saying Seth got a hold of all these documents. Number one, in most states, after 30 days, a complaint is closed with CPS. They only keep them on record for so long after that. However, I don't believe Seth has got all this dirt and all this paperwork that I don't even know how he'd get on Chris and Katie. I just don't. Because he'd be putting it out to make him look like the knight in shining armor that he's trying to portray. And it doesn't matter. This is just wrong. This is so wrong. A trust, yeah. You believe that too, right? How much more money does he think he's going to get? My goodness. I would comfortably, I know the GoFundMe went over 25K. I know that. And I'm telling, with the cash apps, he's made a nice chunk of money. How much more do they think now they're going to need a trust for? Anything new that comes in? What about all the money that's been collected so far? Something is fishy.
Money is sent is going where Tony and Seth wanted to go.
Okay, so Tony and Sebastian, she almost said. Yeah, and it was the landfill in another state. So did the TBI search a landfill in Kentucky?
I'm
gonna know. True Crime Web. Hey, buddy. Real deal. So go die. Despite the... Thank you for that. Searching a land... Yep, True Crime Web.
Yeah, there's been a trust that they're working on setting up. So I'll be able to give you some more information on that probably on the next live. I don't have all the details on that, but Chase, I just sent you some pictures and you're going to get teary-eyed when you see some of those.
Oh, wow.
Tony, can you clarify that too? Because I know that this has kind of been back and forth. Somebody else put it in the comments. Was there only one CPS case between Chris and Sebastian, or was there two? The information has been kind of
there was one
convoluted.
All I know at this point, I don't know the quantity. I know that there was a bunch of documents that Seth was able to obtain that we'll be talking about a little bit about those from Seth's mouth directly tomorrow on Pascal's show. I think we'll be on with him tomorrow night at 7:00. But
you tell me that's not pushing it, okay? That like Seth's gonna release this information.
I can find that out. I just know that there's a bunch of documents. I just don't know how many specific cases.
As far as we know, there was one, but you got to remember, it was also called on Seth. There's also records on Seth, and there's court records in the divorce. Just saying, if you're going to put it out there, put it all. You shouldn't be putting none of it out there. Shame on both of you. This is insane. Seth, what are you doing? That's the mother of your son that's missing. What are you doing, dude?
A bunch of documents. Yay, you guys. Thank you for supporting True Crime. Yeah, what is going on?
And we'll be talking about a little bit about those from we'll be talking about a little bit about those from Seth's mouth directly tomorrow on Pascal's show. I think we'll be on with him tomorrow night at 7:00. But I can find that out. I just know that there's a bunch of documents. I just don't know how many specific cases.
Ooh, that's huge. So I don't know really.
Wow.
Or didn't do. Maybe it'll be a...
Okay, but my question is, all right, supposedly Seth and his mother knew things weren't right. Why didn't they ever do anything? Why didn't they ever make any phone calls? Why didn't they go to Chris and Katie? Why did they do nothing? I don't know. Once again, does any of this help finding your child? It doesn't. It doesn't. That's why I ask him, what are you doing, dude? Come on. Seth, you got to get over your anger with her. You two ended years ago. You've never let go of your anger towards her. You've blamed her for everything in your life when it's really been you. And you know you have. And there's no way you hid the way you feel. Kids aren't stupid. They pick up all that shit. I'm sure it was very contentious. That's just my vibe. But you have a lot of anger still towards her for leaving you. And you've probably been next to impossible to co-parent with. That's just my vibe, though. You know, this is fair use. It is covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. You know, says I can do it for criticism and commentary. You know, educational. Yeah. Entertainment? Nah.
Okay, somebody just commented that Trev was going live and saying his topic was like arrests coming soon.
Okay, and this is where information gets out when there's too many mouths on a panel. No, she said Trev. Trev is Trevor. Okay, there's T-Rev and there's...
Oh, she doesn't like anybody getting those two mixed up, does she?
Trev time, which is Trevor. She's saying that Trev, which is Trev time, was going live saying arrest coming soon.
That's what she said. No.
T-Rev. That was T-Rev's title. I mean, let's not get this misconstrued here.
You're upset about that, aren't you?
And it wasn't Trev, right? It wasn't Trevor.
Okay,
it was
get
T-Rev.
All right, you can move on. We get it.
Not to throw shade, but I know about that. I've been talking to Seth all day.
Right.
From his.
So yeah, it was T-Rev. And then they called it Trev. And we're allowed to do that. It's called questioning things.
Now to God's
I mean,
ear.
don't we all wonder every day, are arrests coming soon? Question mark.
Arrest for what? There's been no crime committed that we're aware of. Nothing's been, arrest for what exactly?
Well, if yes, we're coming soon, we shouldn't be advertising that anyway.
Are you kidding? I'm sorry. I can't hold back my commentary right.
So now they're alluding to the fact that there's a arrest coming soon. Of course, and Tony's going along with this and laughing, thinking it's funny. What's the... Am I on another planet? Jesus. Is Sue in chat?
Right now.
No? I want to make sure this is Sue that comes into my chat because I only accept friends from people right now. I keep my Facebook, try to lock it down.
Ocean, did Chris send you a Mother's Day gift?
I knew that fucking
No,
laugh.
but I got one for him for Father's Day. You know, you can actually send shit to people's houses.
Yeah, they're laughing about Chris and Mother's Day and
Father's Day. You know, you can actually send shit to people's houses.
Real shit.
Oh my God, I needed that.
Yes, you can.
Wow.
He might get a special delivery at the RV.
We're gonna send him Bullhorn Betty for Father's Day.
Yeah.
This isn't even funny. This shit is not even funny. What is wrong with these people? What the... They think it's funny that you can send stuff to Chris and Katie. What the... This is
Did he
insane.
really just say what I said? What? I didn't catch that last night. Did he say we're going to send him Bullhorn Betty for Father's Day? What?
We're gonna send him Bullhorn Betty for Father's Day.
Yeah.
So Tony, I'm gonna now that we have that account, I'm gonna okay, one thing at a time because sorry, those pictures.
Yeah, I like
Did you get 'em?
T-Rev.
Yeah. Yeah.
T-Rev never means
Oh, I
any
got
harm.
something to show you guys.
And just so you know, before anybody gets slick with
I'm gonna stop sharing this for a minute. There's something I want to show you. You know, since they were talking so big about the documents they were gonna drop tonight, let me show you something. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. All right. I'm going to share this thread. This was from SF Investigates. Yeah, it is a setup, Hope. I totally believe that. Oh, we're going right back to that. If we don't get into Smiley, then, you know, I'll do Smiley my morning live tomorrow. Well, I'll probably do one like at lunchtime, and then I'll probably do one tomorrow evening. That way I can get caught up here. Okay, this is from Twitter 3 hours ago from SF Investigates. RE Sebastian Rogers. Late last night, felon Tony was on some 6-way FaceTime call that was broadcast on YouTube. He stated tonight him and Seth would appear on the Pascal show and disclose contents of CPS documents Seth received. I spoke with Tennessee CPS today and informed them. They told me that any documents released to him or an attorney or on his behalf were done so with the signed confidentiality agreement CS 0684 that states it's a crime to disclose any of the contents beyond the parent and attorney. So even if Tony knows a crime has been committed, the form states each person who requests and receives a copy of his or her file agrees to sign Form CS 0684 confidentiality agreement, in which he or she agrees to keep all of their information confidential and not release the information to the public. So will Seth lose his freedom and his job tonight in the quest to bring in new GoFundMe or donations? This should be interesting. I know CPS is aware. There's more. He says, oops, I blew up Seth and Tony's grand plan to release the CPS docs. CPS called his attorney after I informed them and noticed he's saying Tony doesn't even know. Yeah. Liars. All right, let me stop sharing for a minute and then I will get the other post that he put up from an hour ago. That one was from 3 hours ago. This is the newest one. I didn't think that if he did get any, that he could share any of the info. And they play, you know what? I don't feel bad, Pascal. He's played them, you know, and he still spun it, still tried to blame it on Katie and them. This was an hour ago. Wasn't everyone saying Chris and Katie proved they were guilty when they were photographed in a motorcycle shop? Now Seth bought a bike? How much are people sending him by Cash App? Damn. Seth mentioned on Pascal's show he bought a motorcycle with his severely hurt shoulder and neck. Interesting. Bet you nothing said about that. Yeah, I bet you nothing said about that. Let's get back into the video and finish it. Huh. So that's been, I don't know. Like I said, there was the last part of the interview I didn't catch. So I'm not going to confirm if that's true or not. About him buying a bike. Would I be surprised? No. You want the truth? No. But of course, if he did, nothing's going to be said. Tony is like, hey, KB, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you for a minute. Good to see you. Here's an a-hole. Clearly doesn't have. Oh, of course he doesn't. I've had an issue with him from the beginning. It just, something is off. Exactly, Sheila. My husband would love to ride. No way. I heard from another chatter that there are 4 GoFundMe accounts for Sebastian, and every single one of them have a 0 balance. Wow. 4? Wow.
With us. I asked Seth for pictures from being a baby all the way to anything to now and in between. So, I know the people that I think the 2 or 3 people in the country that are on Team Proudfoot, they're going to say, well, Seth doesn't have
They have a lot of people behind them. You idiot. You're not a professional. You are not a professional, and you damn sure aren't a PR person. You never wanted these people to get along. Because if they did, they wouldn't need you, Tony. Seth wouldn't need you. And believe me, this is going to blow up too. It seems like everybody that gets connected leaves.
Seth's got plenty of current pictures, but everybody's seen all those because they've been all over the place. So that's why you've got what you've got.
Yeah, because I mean,
Hold on, I am not his ex-wife. I am not his ex-wife. I wouldn't touch him with somebody else's thing. No.
Tony doesn't know. No, so Tony, people thought that Ocean was Nina for a little bit because someone put that out there.
You're welcome, Ocean.
Mods,
We promise they're just rumors. Okay?
The reason I joke with Ocean about that for anybody that's new is
Gray Pearl. Listen, honey, I seen all the shit you said about me, but
hey, Norton girl.
Let me see if I can find. Hey, Potato. Where is your message? Or did you guys get it? Oh no, you didn't. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Sean.
Floor.
Gray
So,
Pearl.
in that
Keep people's
crate,
personal business out of my chat.
isn't 25? Yeah, it was over 25K, and I would imagine a lot, thousands in cash apps. And now I'm being told there was multiple. I don't know if that's true, but I am going to look into that. So Seth didn't like the backlash he received when folks started pulling together. He was rolling straight BS to make himself look better. Every time people come out questioning something about Seth, he claims he's going to release this information, or he releases bullshit information, which is what I should have made this title instead of Pimpology, Volume 1, the Playbook. Because he uses concealment and falsification together. He conceals the important facts while he'll falsify others. And that's how he does his manipulation. But that's just my opinion. Damn
Don't
it.
come in here and do that.
Oh,
and the fact that you even know anything like that about somebody,
she's mad.
Get a life. Don't worry about people's personal biz. Damn, who does that?
that she went off on him, like, I don't know, a couple lives ago. I mean, she was on one, so I give her a hard time.
That wasn't on one. That's just Ocean on it right there.
They just got. Sometimes Ocean gets a little hostile, but you know that's what we love about her.
I'm passionate.
Yeah, and
Listen, if I'm missing, I want Ocean on my team.
I'd be there.
Was it Boston that he came from? You guys, we have to leave an empty box, guys. I'm sorry. We're gonna put somebody up there. Sorry, guys.
Oh, shit.
So can we? What do you guys?
You know what? We can put them up. I can just request from my computer, right?
I didn't think you could on a computer.
I apologize, guys. I mean, I actually had to screen record. It's on the screen. It's all on the screen. It's scrolling what we're listening to, what the date of the recording is, and whose it is.
I thought you could, but maybe not.
She is literally pissed because someone in her chat, probably who just got there, asked what was going on, who was being played. She gets pissed about it, man.
So
let me try.
Someone told me you
blurry
couldn't,
now?
but maybe you can. I don't know.
You can request.
Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mute. I think I was up here running my mouth.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Tone?
What? You're good.
You
I
can,
said, hey guys, I'm sorry. I'm
Did she just call him Tone? Crazy. Your camera's Tone Loke.
I'm sorry.
watching the Braves game.
Oh yeah, you're good, fam.
Hey Tony, what's up, man?
hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I got one question. Thanks for letting me up, Chase, and happy Mother's Day to y'all.
Happy Mother's Day to you as well.
You too.
Happy Mother's Day.
I know this is kind of far out and probably won't happen. I wish it would, but is Seth thought about filing charges against CP for the threat he made to him?
Well, that's a great question.
It wasn't. Oh my God, I'm so tired. You know what? I'm gonna take pictures of the transcript of that chat, and I'm gonna send it to them. I don't think it'll matter. I don't even think they'll look at it, and if they did, they won't understand what they're reading. I don't know how. Oh.
Again, I use Body because she's got some legal experience to verify what I'm saying. If you listen to the words in that, no legal teeth to actually filing charges in that.
Exactly, because he didn't threaten anyone. He said he was going to slap him with a cease and desist. And you're going to admit that, but you're going to spin it and say it was a threat. That was a veiled threat.
So, for instance, when he says he's going to slap Chloe in the face, he pauses and he says, with a cease and desist order.
No, he says he was going to slap her with a cease and desist. That doesn't mean physically hit her. That means serve her with a cease and desist to shut the hell up. Yeah, go figure. But you twisted that like he was threatening to smack her in the face.
So everything he does in that audio is calculated to where there's no real, he says he's going to shut Seth's mouth, for good or whatever. Well, there's really no legal teeth to saying that, does that mean he's going to shut his mouth by going on and sharing some information about him? Does it mean he's going to punch him in the mouth?
He hasn't done any of that. Seth is the one sharing and oversharing. But I don't see Chris and Katie going on panels and slamming Seth. And I'm sure they could. I'm sure they could. But they don't. So there's that, You might need to know that little fact.
What does it mean? It's very vague. So when you go, you can file charges against anybody, but for any charges to stick, it's just like suing somebody. You can sue anybody. But for the charges to stick, there's going to have to be a little bit more legal teeth to that than what I see.
Yeah,
but you know what? If that's true, and SF did reach out and let them know what Seth was planning, I'm glad he did. But in the end, the people bought it hook, line, and sinker. They have let everybody know they have this stack of paperwork which proves what Chris did. They played it. They, without even having to release it, they played it, and look at how they've done it. And people bought it hook, line, and sinker. And there's going to be a million lies fired up over it. You know, that they have all this proof about Chris.
My personal opinion, I think that will just cause. I mean, it's not like it's not gonna.
No, he was referring to if Bobby told Seth what they know, Seth would never open his mouth again. Exactly, Hope. There was no threats, and thank you for that, Hope. You're amazing. But Chris wasn't saying he was gonna shut Seth's mouth up, be it however way that they're claiming here. What he was saying is that Bobby, who I believe is the detective on the case, if he would tell Seth what they know, Seth would never say anything again, because that would have to be the agreement. He wasn't saying he was going to shut him up. They totally spun that.
Make anything worse because things are bad, right? Already.
And in the transcript, I have some of the clip or some of the timestamps. Let me see if I can bring them up. Let me see here. I do. Let me play this a minute.
I don't think there's.
Okay. My brain needs a fucking break for a second. Listen, Potato, I know you came in late. So yeah, he said he was going to be where they talk, and they were only going to talk on certain platforms. But this girl, Chase, he calls her Chase in Crime is her name. She said, I work for Seth and Tony. So, dude, my head, when I tell you I was listening to this, like my brain is scraped. I was listening to it, but like I wasn't watching it the whole time because they bopped around, like their boxes bopped around, and the screen is overstimulating. Like if I was
at least you're saying. But Tony, this is my friend. Family is everything. She's been covering the case with
Family's everything. They got some names over there.
Person to know. She's definitely all for Sebastian.
I did comment a couple times in the beginning when they were talking about Steph, because I mean, quite frankly, I was the one that had her on my fucking panel, and they're like, oh, so I commented, and I was just like, no, she never showed any, proof of TBI clearance or anything like that. I got straight up ignored. One of my mods got deleted for saying hi to Tony in there. So.
And only Sebastian at the moment, so she is a good person to. Thanks, Buddy.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you, Chase. It's nice to meet you too, Tony. I've been watching from the sidelines, and I recently kind of had to take a break this week because it was really getting to me. My anger had really gotten overwhelming because of the games that are being played by this man, and it's really beginning to really irk me spiritually.
That's natural. That is very. And yeah. I do want to tell you that is very natural. Unfortunately, that is natural. But like when you and I and others cover this case so in depth.
Dude, she's giving out mental health advice now. Make it stop. Make it fucking stop. Over as a 50-year-old woman. God,
Father God, Lord.
I get her because these people are insane.
I told you these people are fucking stimulated.
Overstimulated.
Unfortunately, that is natural. But like when you and I and others cover this case so in depth, our emotions there's only one way to. It's not possible to separate your emotions from a case, in my opinion. Especially when you're doing it like in the way that we're doing it on TikTok, right? So we get very emotionally, physically, mentally involved in these cases, and that is definitely it's not uncommon.
Have an instinct to protect their children.
Katie's on the other end of the spectrum. She's in the category of the animals who eat their young.
Oh my God. Are they freaking for real? Where do these people get their brains from?
What?
Which really makes me wonder, truly, honestly, if she is afraid for her.
Did they just say, what the fuck? What?
Oh,
it's on the other end of the spectrum.
Which really makes me wonder, truly, honestly, if she is afraid for her own life. And that's
listen to the freaking buttons she's playing. She is so immature. And you can't take her serious in a crime case or any kind of case, a missing persons case, any kind of crime case, when you're playing those kind of stupid, immature buttons.
Real quick, I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just trying to figure out how to change the password on the computer to give Tony the login because I don't know how to work TikTok on a computer because the account was made on my computer.
Are you on a Mac or a Windows?
HP, whatever that is.
So they say that you can request it from a PC, but not a Mac. But I don't know if that's true. I mean, I learned with my Mac, I could not get up in a box from a MacBook.
I'll figure it out. I'm here. I'm listening. I'm sorry. I just don't want people to think I'm not paying attention. I am paying attention. I'm just trying to figure this out for Tony as well. So to get this, I want this up.
I'll tell you, going back, family is everything. I know we're not here to talk about geese, but to your point, I mean, those mama geese, they don't play, and they will hiss at you. And believe it or not, they've got a tongue.
What do mama geese have to do with it?
And they'll stick their tongue out at you.
Yeah, I saw it.
She said I saw it.
Yeah, I did. Because there's a video on my profile that you can go look at if you follow me back. And it's literally the mama goose sitting there hissing and getting off the eggs and walking back. And that's what bothers me so much about this case is that I just cannot relate to her. I just can't relate.
Well, and that's why I'm saying, like, I can't help but wonder if she is like in danger herself, and that's why she's behaving the way that she is, or if she.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just trying to block out all my noise over here. Sorry, guys.
I definitely understand what you're saying, sister, but still, even if my life were in danger, I wouldn't care. I would still do everything in my power to look for my child.
Oh, I would too. I just, we can't assume that. And I am definitely not on team Chris and Katie. I do feel like there's something more there. And that's why she's reacting. And
let me explain the geese thing. So this call-in, or this girl that came in a box, she jumped out of the box and she said she was giving an analogy to her kid running up to a goose.
Oh my God, I can't. And then she plays another button.
Hello, and thank you to all of the people that joined you from our Find Sebastian Rogers Facebook page.
Did you post that? Are you posted that?
Well, no. Nicole did. Nicole's on here. Nicole and Karen and Michelle, all three of our, Nicole's admin, the other two are moderators. So, hello to them and hello to all the people that joined us from the Facebook group. If y'all are looking.
Susie, was that you? Was you the Sue that reached out on Facebook?
Looking for an official, information that comes from us that's moderated by us. It's growing. It's at about 3,200 now, but it's called Find Sebastian Rogers, and you'll see it's got about 3,200 followers. But if you want, information that's approved.
They started their own Facebook group, their own TikTok channel. They're setting up a trust, possibly, for any new money.
By Seth, that's the page.
Okie doke, thank you.
Yeah. People were messaging me and they're like, "We were told that you were going live from Bookface," and I'm like, I'm in all of them on my personal and my crime. Like,
Bookface? Is that like a joke?
No, they're serious, unfortunately.
Karen and Michelle, all three of our, Nicole's admin, the other two are moderators. So, hello to them and hello to all the people that joined us from the Facebook group. If y'all are looking for an official, information that comes from us that's moderated by us, it's growing. It's at about 3,200 now, but it's called Find Sebastian Rogers, and you'll see it's got about 3,200 followers. But if you want, information that's approved by Seth, that's the page.
Wait.
Yeah. People were messaging me and they're like, "We were told that you were going live from Bookface," and I'm like, I'm in every single.
Wait, you can't say other or live streams. This is fucking terrible.
Yeah, you're not allowed on TikTok.
Them on my personal.
You know why? Because it's China. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, TikTok needs to go. It needs to go. You can't. That's some commie shit there.
Oh my Lord.
See how easily the millions of people conformed to the commie way on TikTok? That is scary. No. You got to think deeper than that, though. Other platforms and look at all the dumb fucks that conform to it. No offense. But you have to think for the sheeple, for the Chinese to put a test out. How stupid are the American people? How stupid are they? They're sitting back laughing at people calling this book face. And no one sees it. We're being made a fool of and no one sees it. Book face. For fuck's sake, dude. I can't. I had no idea that there were rules like that. And once the stream ends, it belongs to China. Wow. Wow.
You can't say Facebook or YouTube on TikTok. So Bookface and YT. Okay.
I'd fucking leave YouTube.
Bookface
I'd
is
say, fuck
Facebook.
You're not gonna
not YouTube.
Tell me I can't say it. That's not even American. You can no longer. That's about
She goes on and rants about it.
Wow. Sites. I don't know. No.
A lot more sense now. Okay. Now, and I'm like, I never posted. I was like, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. Okay. But yes,
Good.
And anything that I put out will obviously be only coming from Tony or Seth,
Okay, so
obviously.
no, it
because
was. I know
work.
there's two Sues. There's you, Susie, and then there's another Sue. So it was probably her. Just checking
for them.
But if anybody,
I have a question, if that's okay, guys.
Yeah, real quick.
At this point, is there no way this case can be changed from a runaway, something else, to get more involvement on it?
There's not evidence that exists at this point, at least that we're aware of.
And if they can't get in with dogs and things, how are they ever going to find this evidence is what drives me completely insane with this case.
Well, when Bonnie was up here earlier, she made the comment that, and it may take, we've got good PIs. It may take somebody.
Tony, you're a stud muffin.
Thank you, Chris.
Stud muffin. What the
my wife.
I don't feel like I'm going along with anything though, Dave.
A stud muffin?
Because you're gonna get a companion crap. I wish you
Gonna
could
blush.
his wife.
I had to point that out. I'm sorry.
I do believe he's turning red in the face.
Oh,
that's
the stud muffin. Oh, the boat. He's out on the boat. What a nice life he leads. That's my sunburn out on the boat. As I get a grant, be me. I don't think YouTube has.
Oh, and that's one of the things that Seth cried about on the Pascal show. He couldn't afford a boat. It's not like he could go, buy a boat. Like he couldn't afford a boat to go out and look, I was like, are you kidding me? So now you're going to go for a boat?
Restrictions. Absolutely. That.
Oh, I said you all could have.
I had to point that out. I'm sorry.
I do believe he's turning red in the face.
Oh,
That's
my
the sunburn from the
Lord.
boat.
Tony, there's a person that's asked a question a couple, 3 or 4 times now about do they have any video footage that they're still looking at?
I think there's probably a lot going on that we don't know about. I'm gonna pray and hope that there's a lot going on that they're not sharing and that we don't know about. I have a tough time believing that as high profile as a case as this is, that there would be nothing going on behind the scenes. So, it's, until I start opening a line of communication with them, which, is ultimately one of my goals, I'm just going to assume they have a lot that we don't know about. So.
Okay. Wait a minute.
And this is totally.
Wait a minute. Ultimately, your goal is to have an open communication with law enforcement. Okay. You're not family. You're not connected to this case in any way. You're not a lawyer. You're not involved in this case. You are out here slamming the parents, accusing them of things, saying you're going to be releasing private documents about CPS allegations, and you think law enforcement's going to open up a relationship working with you. Yeah, don't hold your breath, dude. Seriously, don't hold your breath.
Totally irrelevant, but has anybody heard just how Miss KP spent her Mother's Day today? Was she upset or was she just simply out getting a suntan? I'm just curious.
Well, when Chris and I talked earlier, I'm just playing. No, yeah, but I will say this. I mean, you guys, especially, you know, Ocean and Sister Sledge. I mean,
Freaking joke to them. And these names, Ocean, Sister Sledge. Are you kidding me?
Katie was scared for her life. Would it surprise anybody?
Thank you, Serenity.
I think that'll always be her backup plan no matter what.
I mean, you know, like I have been abused, unfortunately. So there's just things I see in her, just kind of some of her.
Okay, so again, I see this all the time in the true crime community. People bringing their personal baggage into cases that have nothing to do with them, and I think that's also unhealthy. So if you're losing sleep over a case, it's not normal, it's unhealthy, and you need a break. And if you are bringing your personal baggage into a case that about a person you don't know and talking about it like this, you might be kind of in this for the wrong reasons.
I have been abused, unfortunately. So there's just things I see in her, just kind of some of her mannerisms that make me wonder if she really is in harm's way, and that's why she's behaving the way she does. It doesn't mean I'm okay with it in any, you know.
No, I don't believe that for a second.
I have a different perspective. You know what? I was raised in an abusive household. My father was very abusive. I look at things differently because a mother has a responsibility to protect their child. And if you have that child in harm's way, look, I understand how abused women are. I get it.
Okay, so you're projecting your life experience onto them. And if you grew up in it because you weren't protected, I don't know. But, yeah.
Had the opportunity a one-on-one with law enforcement to speak to them. She's been in a room with them. We know for sure at least one time with.
Okay, so if you understand how abusive women are, you would understand why she wouldn't be leaving and why she wouldn't be talking. Okay, this is all ignorance, and he's sitting there.
I actually agree with Jays for Justice. Good job.
I know, I was ready to spike Mountain Dew.
Her and Seth, where CP was not allowed in there. If he did something to that boy and she's afraid of her life, she should be more fearful being alone with that man. So exactly. I don't have any sympathy for her. I just don't, because
I'm going to say we all just.
But you clearly know nothing about abuse. You clearly don't know nothing. You don't, pure ignorance. Because do you know how many abused men and women that have made police reports but still go back? Do you know how many that never made any?
Make this make sense? I mean, am I missing something, or do I need to be drunk?
I'm gonna get drunk and ride my horse.
Go berserko and talk to women like trash.
Exactly.
And I know we all heard.
And I get hell for having this fake on my channel.
This and F and that in the background. I know I'm not the only one that heard her being a different.
My God.
P saying GD this and F and that in the background. I know I'm not the only one that heard her being a different person.
And she allowed that boy to be called the R word and all kinds of horrible names. I'm sorry.
Yes, imagine how CP treats women, Ocean. Imagine what that child's been going through, and he's probably terrified to tell his father.
And you know what, though? She allegedly got out of one abusive relationship or one abusive marriage already, right? She had the guts to get away from Seth. She claimed that he was abusive. Why doesn't she get away from CP? So I don't have any sympathy for her, but that's just me.
I think they're one and the same. To be honest, if she sits there and allows him to talk to other women and about other women like that, and I understand the point of if she's scared for her life, but if she's
wow, they got a lot to say. Yeah, he keeps digging deeper and deeper. He's on there. I don't think Tony should be going on these tragedy pimp shows. I guess Pascal maybe if they stay with one. I think they shouldn't be on YouTube. Yeah, this is they got this whole situation pegged. Half of them think that they don't feel any sympathy for her if she is a DV victim. they're blaming her for being a DV victim, but there's no proof of that. There's no evidence of that. They pretty much solved the case, you know?
Scared for her life. Does that mean that he's told her you cannot search for Sebastian?
Oh my
That's
lord.
the part I don't get.
Now they're saying that he won't let her search for Sebastian. Okay. Look, y'all have so many different scenarios here. Because not but a week ago, y'all were saying Katie was the puppet master. But now she's the controllee again. You cannot be a puppet master and the controllee at the same time. You can't do it. Because, yeah, you know how that don't make sense, right?
You got to put yourself back in the big box. Everybody needs to see that picture.
Hey, Rowdy.
Are you crying? Are you crying?
Please don't feel bad. I've had 2 nervous breakdowns this week over this child and been in tears in front of all my followers and highly embarrassed. And everybody's like, "Are you hormonal?" I said, "Maybe, but I just need him found."
Oh
Look at
my
that
god.
picture.
Look. If it is really tearing you up like that, back away from the internet. Back away from your phone. Sit the phone down on the table and back away. You need a break. That is way too much. It should not be affecting your life to that extreme. That's unhealthy. Mentally unhealthy. No shade. It really is. I'm serious. Set that phone down and back away.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so let me just say too, you couldn't really see them good, but they were showing these pictures that I have on the screen, but it was a green screen behind the creator, so she was bending down so we could see the photos, because apparently you can't post a photo in a TikTok live, I guess.
No, you have to move.
I mean, you can't even use it with a fucking computer.
You should watch Betty sometimes. It's funnier watching her move around than what the crap she's spewing.
Look at that little head. Downloading Tony, like, come here.
You don't need an investment right now.
And I want to make sure that y'all know that I do not agree with anything that Katie is doing. I'm just simply saying
It's a valid question, but let me hit you guys with this, okay?
Hey, Rachel.
When I first saw Chris and Katie interact, everybody's like, he's protecting her. And I said, well, no, he's not. He's controlling her. He's not protecting her.
No. You could tell when she looked over at him, it was protecting. You could tell.
You know, that.
I mean, you could call that controlling, somewhat controlling, I guess, as well. But she looked over at him for help. That was clear.
Then I start going down this rabbit hole of, well, you know, maybe he's got her under his thumb and she's terrified. You know, some of the same stuff you were saying. But then it was brought to my attention that not
in their eyes, yes.
Not only was she trained in the military, but she was an
pause. Like these folks sitting on my hands, folks inserting themselves in shit they don't know about, then get online crying, can't make this shit up, man. Nope. And one of the things Jane for Justice, which was pissed off about, is she's not getting the credit for debunking the fake dog handler. She didn't debunk the fake dog handler. She was supporting the fake dog handler. She did zero research.
MMA fighter in the military. And let me just tell you, MMA fighters are.
They refuse to acknowledge that the alleged neighbor call, Mark W., was a fraud as well. And it was. Just like the cousin call was a fraud as well.
Are scared as shit.
Exactly. Amen.
Oh, I didn't know that about her.
Tony, did you catch it when Julia?
So he knows that she was an MMA fighter, but he doesn't know all this other stuff? It's odd. She did that because Seth doesn't want the pics shared to Facebook. No, show the pictures. Your pictures. Makes sense. Service. I think Katie. But let's be real here.
You
Know
think
what
Katie
happened.
what?
I think Katie is abused.
Oh.
I'm not saying she doesn't know what happened.
Oh.
But let's be real here.
Okay. Let's be real. Do you have any actual evidence, factual evidence?
You think he does it
to back this up? I don't think you do. You want an arrest, but you haven't told us for what.
beat the shit out of her?
No, I don't believe that. And you shouldn't be saying that without any evidence of anything. Those are some big accusations to be thrown out there. See, just when I was starting to agree a little bit with you, I knew you'd turn it in a matter of minutes. You can't help yourself.
Who's the one that showed hatred for Sebastian?
None of them. I haven't seen anybody show hatred for Sebastian.
I mean, it is what it is, guys. If he beats the fuck out of her, she is a battered wife.
Okay, again, do you have any evidence to back these big accusations up? Because you can't be putting that shit out there about people. You don't know these people. You've never met these people. You've never been to their home. There's no police reports. There's no any kind of claims other than what you people in the Facebook groups have put out. Y'all made this up. There's never been nothing to support those claims. So you might want to check yourself because you've been sued before. You know you have. I've got the lawsuits, the copyrights. Yes, I've got them.
I'm not saying she doesn't know what happened. But it makes this situation all the more complicated. It makes her afraid to speak. It does matter. The dynamics matter. Boogie, that's neither here nor there. You think every woman that lives in an abusive relationship allows it? That's how you view women? That's how you stand up for women?
What?
If Sebastian wasn't missing, would you say the same thing? Would you say the same thing? Would you be so quick to jump on a woman?
Huh?
Shame on you for that. That's not right. Motor City, if you talk about my dog handlers again, you lose a testicle. I'm sick of it.
Oh, and her
Julia
them
is
buttons.
100% legit. If you say otherwise, you're gonna get your comment deleted. She fucking allows it. Just like Chris Proudfoot said that Sebastian liked peeing his pants. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's victimizing a victim.
You've got some fucking
The dog handler gave her interview.
Is she serious? She's got some serious gall, man.
You know, CP mentioned you guys and the whole thing about it ain't happening. They're not coming searching my house. They're not going to search my family's house. And then he said something I caught. He said, and that's not even on me, which made me feel like KP saying not happening.
Thank you.
What thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, how many people are making decisions in that double wide or whatever it is they're living in?
Exactly. I think she's secretly, and I've been saying it to my followers for weeks before CP's video come out, and you can hear her in the background. I said, guys, I don't know. I'm picking up a vibe that this woman actually wears the pants and looks all innocent and helpless in public.
Yeah,
No,
I'm surprised.
is that what's
what
in
I
my-
don't understand is why don't they let
That's
the
not
dogs
my
in the property?
Okay, so Tony's too good for people that live in double wides too. I mean, this is not PR, people. What are we witnessing? PR makes...
This dude is a freaking professional. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? This dude is a professional. This Tony is a professional. But he is sitting there throwing jab after jab after jab, and now he's gonna, Tony, you're right. Though they have a nice camper, and believe me, you can get you can get a laid out camper now. It's called glamping. I used to have one. I know. I had a full bathroom, full kitchen, nice big bed. Yeah, I had a nice camper. Thing was comfy. It was like an apartment on wheels. I had more storage in there than I did in my kitchen. It was gross. It made me mad. But it is bad that she had to be chased out of her home. That she couldn't stay in her own home for safety issues because of people like this. Good job, Tony. You're a real professional.
Makes those situations look better. It draws people in to want to support.
Bye. Like you. The same thing you
Seth's
do.
just horrible at what he does.
The same thing you do.
But what is Seth? But he's too good for people in a double wide. I wouldn't even want him in my double wide.
You don't like Tony because Tony won't talk to you. But I don't like Tony either. But not for the reasons you do. You're jealous that he's getting all the deets now and all the inlines with Seth, and you are not. True facts. But keep going with it.
Why?
It's not my son. That was Sebastian, not my son.
I'm surprised that he's still with her, actually.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of nice double wides down here in Florida. He's too good for that.
Oh, she's now still in a double
Hey,
wide.
how are you? Happy Mother's Day. You too. Did you have a good day? Yes. Oh, good. Good. Thank you for letting me
Mother's Day.
every night of the week, basically.
Okay, so if you didn't notice, that's Tony's wife. You want to hear that again?
Yikes.
Tony's wife.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
no,
surprised.
what I don't understand is why don't they let the dogs on their property?
People keep
Why?
asking,
Why
it's
don't
not
the
my
dog
son.
search?
It's not my son. That was Sebastian, not my son.
I'm surprised that he's still with her, actually, because she don't take no crap off nobody.
Hey, Chase, say hi to Dana.
Hi, how are you? Happy Mother's Day. Did you have a good day? Yes. Oh, good. Good. Thank you for letting me
Mother's Day.
every night of the week, basically. I know.
I've not seen these younger photos before.
These photos are cute.
This is when.
Yeah, we just got them tonight.
And I tell you, nobody else outside of the team and family's got those. So you guys got them first.
You see this?
So they're part of the team, people. Hi, Ryan.
Yes, that's what his name's, I think.
So this TikToker is
get
part of the team.
I'll wait till I'll put another one up next.
What a cool little baby.
So his team consists of Tony. And we all see how professional Tony isn't. He also has no experience or any kind of training, anything at all to be a PR person. They have this panel of misfit TikTokers. And they have a handful of YouTubers that will spew anything for them. Some team. Oh, and let's not forget the Facebook group. That's a heck of a team.
If anybody would bash Seth Rogers after the way we watched him handle himself, there's not something wrong with Seth. There's something wrong with you.
Hey,
wait, what? The way he's handled himself? Tony, are you serious right now? Are you really serious? The way he's handled himself. Bang up job telling about something that happened to his son that he had no right to tell. That didn't need to be put out here. Because if and when it ever got told, it was up to Sebastian to tell. spread misinformation. He knew damn well they took lie detector tests and passed them. He was told by law enforcement. He knew. But look at what he did with that. Every time something would come into question, like, recently people questioning the big age gap and how young Katie was. Seth, you protest too much. Way too much. But as soon as something comes out that starts the tables turning, you come out and slam Chris and Katie again and again and again. You've now we're supposed to release CPS documents. But it's me that there's something wrong with me because I see what he's doing and I don't agree with you. Okay. Got it.
Michelle, nice to see you. Yeah. No, it's really weird. So somebody
don't
said
worry,
earlier,
Susie. I got a live planned for Smiley. I'll probably have to do it tomorrow around lunchtime though, because it's getting too late now. I've been on way too long. But this is taking longer than I thought. I shouldn't have played the other one at the beginning. But yeah, live and learn. I had planned this Smiley live out. I got my book of notes out. Yeah, I have a huge book. I keep notes in it. It's like one of them 5 subject things, need books. But yeah, we're going to have some fun with some Smiley.
that, oh no, she put on the green screen because she wasn't supposed to show him because they didn't want him on Facebook full time.
And I'll tell you guys, I am an hour and a half.
Wait a minute, she didn't want them on Facebook. They've been on Facebook the whole freaking time. Are you kidding me? I mean, see how these people are?
In North Carolina, where that North Carolina picture came, and I actually chased down some poor woman in a car I thought had Sebastian, and I probably am on the news over here somewhere scaring this lady, but I was trying to find him while I was over here.
Oh my God. This random TikToker chased this woman down because she thought she had Sebastian.
Love this one. I love this one.
Yeah, that one is so cute. And I was in Hendersonville to know a little bit about me, Tony. Hey, so I only live like I only live about 3 hours away.
Thank you, Bassett. Okay, so this lady, Ashton, dude, people are gonna start getting arrested for this shit.
They should. They're freaking chasing people down.
Car I thought had
in
Carolina,
public.
where that North Carolina picture came, and
and they think it's freaking funny. They are chasing total strangers down. You come chase me down, we're going to have a problem. I mean, come on. And Tony's on his panel and thinks it's so funny.
an hour and a half away in North Carolina, where that North Carolina picture came, and I actually chased down some poor woman in a car I thought had Sebastian, and I probably am on the news over here somewhere scaring this lady, but I was trying to find him while I was over here.
I love this one. I love this one.
Yeah, that one is so cute. And I was in Hendersonville to know a little bit about me, Tony. Hey, so I only live like I only live about 3 hours away over here in Knoxville. Go Vols! And I came over there to try to help get you to use my platform to get the word about it. It was sort of early on when this happened. My daughter went and searched with them.
Those pictures aren't new. They were out on Facebook way before she did this live. I mean,
I kind of recorded the surroundings and the areas and things. But if you all need me for anything, or need me to hop back over there and help you with anything, I'm always here. Okay.
Yeah, and any of you guys that live close to Hendersonville, that vigil is going to be on the 19th. It's going to be, my wife and I are leaving. It's a week from today. at Long Hollow Church. My wife and I are leaving Saturday morning. We'll be there Saturday through Monday. If anybody's anywhere close to that area and wants to come to vigil, we'd love to have you. And I'd love to meet you when you get there.
Will anyone be live streaming?
Meet and greet with Tony at
Okay. Yeah, I agree with her there. Meet and greet with Tony. Is Tony building himself a channel on YouTube as well as TikTok?
vigil. Meet and greet.
Exactly
Let
what
me
it
talk-
is.
Creators.
Oh, okay.
Let me talk to my husband, and we're leaving on the next day to go on our 30th wedding anniversary. But it shouldn't be a big deal because I can drive over to Hendersonville and back in one day.
Yeah.
You're gonna hold up your planned trip with your husband for your anniversary to go to Hendersonville to have a meet and greet with Tony. Yeah, yeah. That's not obsessed. Hey, Cherokee girl.
Because obviously, like
He
I'm in
is a
Philadelphia
dope.
and I have an autistic son, and my other half works full time. So I can, if I could, oh my god, I would be there in a second. And I think any of my followers would know that. But yeah, if somebody that you know is going to be filming it to the point where it's not going to be some I don't want no bullshit with it. I want to actually see the vigil, the speakers. I don't want any of the nonsense of this and that in it. I really just want to.
She can't go
You are you are part of the nonsense.
there, but she's making up nonsense. She'll be in rules.
He truly has a heart and cares, not for cloud or nothing like that.
Amen, sister.
Like
There will be a live stream, and I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure T-Rev will be there. I've talked to, I think about.
It's not T-Rev that will be there. It's Trev. Trev will be there. Trevor.
I thought T-Rev was going to be there as well. 757. Maybe I'm wrong, but I could have swore she was saying that earlier. Could be wrong.
70% sure Pascal will be there, or at least he's trying to make it.
Really, Pascal?
Yeah. So we're talking daily, and I'm trying to get him to be there because he wants to meet up. So we're and obviously he's been covering the case since day one. So, but it will be live streamed.
And yeah, no, because I started on day 2, I think. Yeah, second day. And Pascal had something up right before that. So, but what I will say is that as far as like the vigil goes, can I say it?
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't want to say.
He didn't.
I don't want to say nothing.
Shortly,
we don't. Katie and Chris aren't going to be there.
What?
Yeah, he
Can I
is
say
crazy.
it? Why would Katie
goes? You want to? Can I? We don't. Can I say it? I'm like, I don't want to say nothing. We don't. Katie and Chris aren't going to be there.
I would find it very odd. I think that
I definitely wouldn't be there. I'm sorry. And it's probably, probably hard as hell for her, but no way would I be there. I mean, Seth just got done telling how many people in Pascal's that, he's got these documents to prove. Come on. And you want her to be there? Yeah, no.
the video has made its way around, and I really doubt they will be. Karen, if you're listening, Karen's been texting me. She's on our team. She's involved with event planning and search and rescue. Karen, can you text me and tell me?
Okay, wait a minute. She's on the team and she handles events. And then she can also handle search and rescue. Get the fuck out. What TikToker or YouTuber are they using for that? What the hell is going on here? You need an event coordinator. What the hell are they doing? Are they trying to get a documentary on Netflix or something? I mean, I don't know. This is a serious, hey, Chris Kress, this is a serious team of questionable people. Don't know why they need an event planner, but hey, she doubles at search and rescue as too. So, she's quite handy.
Me what time the vigil is. I know it's at Long Hollow Church.
He doesn't even know
Yeah,
what fucking time
Charlotte.
the vigil is. This guy knows nothing.
He doesn't. I have to agree with her. This Tony actually knows absolutely no pertinent details. He is telling you about the vigil, but he can't tell you the time and stuff. Being the PR guy, he should know that like the back of his hand, so to speak. Something is not adding up here, people.
How does he not know these things?
Because he's not a professional. He's not in it for those reasons.
I had it just put up on my computer.
Who's going to be in charge of all the new funds coming in that they're going to put in a trust? Someone's going to oversee the trust. How much more is going to be asked for? How much more is going to be collected? Just questions, that's all. No accusations, just questions.
Much about the time because I'm going to be there the day before and the day after. So
I hope you have the media there, and I hope the reporter asks, "Where's the mother and the stepfather?"
the day after.
I hope you have the media there, and I hope the reporter asks, "Where's the mother and the stepfather?"
Echo.
I hope you have the media there, and I hope the reporter.
Check your messages and
y'all, you can't make this shit up, okay? You can't.
Also, I think another people that maybe we could reach out to would be like Rachel or Angela, who live there in the town. They're often
Cops come in and tell me that they want to bring a dog in to search my house or my bedroom. My son's missing.
Okay.
My stepson.
I cut that part off. So now he's talking.
Okay, look. The cops didn't come in and say that. And when the cops did come in, they were allowed to search. Nothing. They have 100% cooperated with law enforcement. They are not law enforcement, and they are not law enforcement dogs. Okay? The real professionals, law enforcement, have been there, have did their searches. Multiple times they've been there, at least 10, maybe more. So, yeah, there's that. EquiSearch has also been there and searched. You know those 43 ponds that were checked? There's just been a lot, United Cajun Navy. There's been a lot of searches. The way the Prophets have been treated, not a damn one of you would get anywhere near my property. None of you. Law enforcement will and can. And they've cooperated. But not a damn one of you people.
About the dogs not being able to come in.
Son's missing. 1,000% the answer is yes, unless I know what happened to him.
Right. Exactly. I'd let them search my great-great-grandma's cousin's great-great-grandma if it had a chance of finding somewhere to find my child.
And they've done that.
Yeah.
They've cooperated with law enforcement. Law enforcement's been very clear about that.
Yeah, and that's what I thought as well. That would be the exact and only reason, because it can't be about his ego at this point. Would he let his ego keep dogs from possibly finding Sebastian? I think it's because he knows find something there, and he don't want those dogs nowhere near that house.
Oh, that reminds me. While Tony's on here, you know how rumors get across the internet.
Good catch, Sharon. Sharon's. Said Karen took over search and rescue from Chloe. Well, I don't know if he has a
God,
person
I
that
was muted. Oh, anyway, let me re-say this if I can remember what I said. You know, it couldn't be for any of the reasons that are going on, you know. It couldn't be, you know, because of the lies, disinformation, the concealment and falsification that's being spewed, you know, the threats, the harassing, the stalking, the false allegations, accusing them of every crime under the sun. Couldn't be for none of that, right? Okay.
It's over the search and rescue team. It sounds like, I don't know who's.
I just want to ask you specifically.
But all the OGs, he won, and he's at the top.
I'm over in my live saying they've heard that their house is up for sale. Can you debunk that for me at all?
I heard that early on, but I don't know.
The house is not for sale. You can check. If the house was for sale, there'd be an MLS. There isn't. They've even said the house isn't for sale.
If that's true or not. I mean,
Okay, I can answer that. So there was a lot of unless Tony, you want to
answer it?
This is supposed to be
How
new.
can you answer it? Are you a realtor? Did you check to see if there's an MLS? Did you talk to them? I mean, please do tell.
No, not the old one for the June showing. This is supposed to be a new.
What?
A new rumor.
Oh, because if they're selling their house, then they know absolutely this kid's not coming home, and that should.
So it's a new. She said, "I can answer that. I know." And then she turns around and says, "It's a new rumor." Are you fucking kidding me? You really can't make this shit up. She literally just said, "I do. I know why," and then she says, "Well, it's the new rumor." Oh my god.
Guess I'll wonder why no searching of the property and why are they selling it now?
Well, here's what I would do, and this is me.
The house has
been married 28 years, love both of my kids.
Many times.
I would be a train wreck if one of them went missing. Here's what would happen if I were in this situation. There would be somebody at my house
Patricia?
24 hours a day, and the rest of us would be out in the woods. And the house would, if I had the house on the market when my child went missing, if I had the house under contract when my child went missing, I would back out of the contract. That's just me.
That's exactly right, because if they really in their hearts think he walked out a front door, why would
the house is not for sale? You bumbling idiots. Tony, dude, I'm not sure. You really shouldn't be doing what you're doing, because I don't think you should know this kind of stuff if you're in the position you're claiming to be in. And are you leading this team? Are you the lead on this team here? You know, I mean, who's in charge? Because someone needs to be. I mean, you got an event planner, and then on the side, she can do search and rescue. You got a fake dog handler. You got a fake neighbor and a fake cousin. You got fake Chris's. And then you have this group. And you have your little group on YouTube. Yeah. But who's in charge?
you not be there in case he walked right back through somehow?
Right.
I need to correct.
But you know
something.
what? If they do sell, good, because law enforcement doesn't need a warrant then, or a probable cause to get in there then.
Oh my God. No, he owns the house. The house is in Chris and Katie's name. Let's clear that up. The house is not in mommy's name. It's in Chris and
their
Katie's
name.
I saw the deed.
They can get in a lot easier to do any kind of luminol or whatever. Now they need probable cause.
They wouldn't need a probable cause if they sell. They don't need one.
Oh my God, these people are all law enforcement. They're FBI agents. They know it all. They're mental health professionals.
Tony, I want to text you and you can answer it. I'll text you in 1 second. But I don't want to show. I'll show all the photos and I'll post them. But that's completely if you want to text me the answer of what ones I can show and what ones.
You can show up. You can use all the ones I gave you. They came with Seth's permission. I'm going to check. I'm not.
I always want to get permission. I'm not.
No,
You know me. I have information, but I don't want to put. It's not. You know, I'm not here for that stuff.
And also, are us other.
Wait, what?
Wait
I
a minute.
Other stuff.
You have information you can put out, but you're not here for that kind of stuff. But yet you're sitting here doing that kind of stuff. Okay, got it.
I have information, but I don't want to put. It's not. You know, I'm not here for that stuff.
And also, are us other creators allowed to get these pictures to share newer pictures of him? I want to ask permission before we get them from anyone else.
Yeah, those are pictures that we have permission from Seth to use for people to see. We had a long conversation today about trying to get, refocused on our mission, which is getting the world to fall in love with Sebastian.
Their mission is to get the world to fall in love with Sebastian.
Okay,
Why would he
that's
likable? Their goal is. Why isn't their
baby to today? So
you don't want the world to fall in love with them. You want the world to find them, right? What the hell?
Listen, you want to hear that part again?
No.
It's not. You know, I'm not here for that stuff.
And also, are us other creators allowed to get these pictures to share newer pictures of him? I want to ask permission before
these pictures are already out. They had been out.
Get them from anyone else.
Yeah, those are pictures that we have permission from Seth to use for people to see. We had a long conversation today about trying to get, refocused on our mission, which is getting the world to fall in love with Sebastian and humanize him so that people can see him from the baby to today.
They do humanize him. He is a 15-year-old boy that's missing. What do you mean? Are you marketing him? I mean,
so there is
yeah,
no
I
harm in
thought
these
the goal was to find him and bring him home.
pictures getting out. You have my permission, you have Seth's permission. And I'm not going anywhere, but I'm gonna check my Google Drive because Seth is telling me that he sent us a video to show your audience, and I'm gonna see if I can capture it right quick.
Oh yeah, the video, the one video of his birthday, which was like a few weeks ago.
No, what he's setting up for is these.
For step, and I just want to make sure we all have permission, and it's not
one at a time here.
And Chase
more, because nobody has. I know. Just wait, because I have like 4 or 5 more, and I'm just trying to do one at a time here.
And Chase, I wasn't overstepping. I just want to make sure we all have permission, and it's not just your permission before we zap your pictures.
No, you're good. No, you're good. My page is live. Anything on my page is completely up for anybody to show and share. Obviously, I go live for people to show and share. I don't care how it gets showed or shared.
Yeah, I don't get that.
The reason I go live is to get attention
what
for these
What do
children.
they mean by humanize him? What the hell is he talking about?
Kids in these missing persons cases. So I am okay with any of that. Nina, happy Mother's Day.
Hey, I just
can I show them? Can I do all? Because I don't want to post them without permission. Because
and I just wanted to ask.
I work for Tony and Seth.
Did you hear that,
Chase?
That's why I work for Tony and Seth.
Yeah, she did say that.
Our mission, which is getting the world to fall in love with Sebastian and humanize him so that people can see him from the baby to today. So
why do you keep playing the same thing over and over again? But I don't. He is humanized. What are you talking about? What do you mean? And this is part of your team. Yikes!
There is no harm in these pictures getting out. You have my permission. You have Seth's permission, and I'm not going.
Tony, you don't have any legal standing in this case to give permission to use photos and stuff. I mean, he's not employed by Seth. He is a volunteer.
Anywhere, but I'm going to check my Google Drive because Seth is telling me that he sent us a video to show your audience, and I'm going to see if I can capture it right quick.
Oh yeah, the video, the one video of his birthday, which was like a few weeks ago. I think it was before Riley for everything went crazy, and I posted it, and then it went back up, and they're like, "Oh, we've never seen this." I'm like, "That's been up." It's because nobody has. I know. Just wait, because I have like 4 or 5 more, and I'm just trying to do one at a time here.
Okay, hold on. Who's Nina? Not delete people. Can you elaborate what that is? No, Nina Glass is not the ex. How do you guys know her? Like, where? No, it's not Chris's ex. She's in charge of the. So he met all these people on social media then?
Yes. That's
She's
the
search and rescue. I thought-
team. No, she's the event planner that can do search and rescue on the side. He's met all these people on the social media, either TikTok, YouTube, or Facebook, or I don't know, maybe Twitter. Who the hell knows? He's probably got a couple from each.
I thought Chloe was search and rescue.
And Chase, I was overstepping. I just want to make sure we all have permission and it's not.
Page is live, and
she ends up saying she's
obviously I go live for people to show and share it. I don't care how it gets showed or shared. The reason I go live is to get attention for these children and these kids and these missing persons cases. So
I know you go live to spread disinformation
any of that.
and outright lies.
I would not say anything on my page if I didn't. Well, that's why I'm saying. Is it okay? Like, hi, Nina. Happy Mother's Day. Hey, I just wanted to make sure that can I do all because I don't want to post them without permission. Because
I just wanted to ask
Get a text that he does not want any of these photos shared on Facebook.
Okay, so whoever said that like an hour ago, no, she had these pictures up for an hour before Seth even found out they were sharing them online. Oh, you're getting them
But Tony gave permission for them to share the photos, and now he's saying Seth is messaging him, telling him no. But I thought Tony had all the permission that he could give people authority. He had authority to make these decisions.
Exclusively for me. They were up for a.
No, well, that's why I'm saying. Is it okay? Like, hi, Nina. Happy Mother's Day. Hey, I just wanted to make sure that can I do all because I don't want to.
And
post
any creator, if you want to use that, might it to you.
Tony and Seth.
Chase, real quick, I did get a text that he does not want any of these photos shared on Facebook.
Okay.
They're already on Facebook.
I don't know how we're gonna.
Yeah, you can't control that. People are taking stuff off this platform, putting it on others, and vice versa.
Yeah, because I also have Facebook. So now that you said that, I'll know not to share nothing over there.
Yeah, Chase, you might want to just take it down because
But people will go wild with this, Tony, and they will not listen. I can tell you now.
They're probably already posted over there.
Probably.
Shots and posts.
Yeah, as I'm because they're probably going to screenshot what I already showed and put it up.
Can I ask you if he's going to put them out there? Why specifically not Facebook?
You know what I can do? I can actually I can put something across it in the background so that if someone tries to screenshot, other than the 3 that I showed, but the rest of them that I have, I can put something over it so that when they go to post it, it's going to show right across the face.
Like a watermark, yeah.
Yeah, a watermark.
You're going to watermark this baby's pictures?
What?
Oh my God, they did say Facebook.
Oh, you cannot be serious. Oh my God.
Thought they couldn't say bookface. Summerwell's ever was. Hey,
Text from one of my team members that Seth had texted her and asked her to make sure. I think a lot of that is Seth is not a social media guy. He doesn't even have Facebook or whatever. He doesn't use it if he does. I think a lot of that is he doesn't understand that content moves across platforms.
Yes, he does. Seth Rogers has had
yeah, Seth Rogers knows exactly. At this point, he is well aware. Wow, Tony.
Facebooks in the past. He knows exactly how they doing this.
He's had multiple.
Oh,
yeah.
Seth doesn't understand. So you're a PR guy who's here to make your fucking client look like an idiot of this.
He's making Seth out to be, well, really just common sense dumb. lacking common sense, lacking, he can't do this, he don't know how to do that, he don't know about this. He's not putting him in a good light here.
Guy, he doesn't even have, Facebook or whatever. He doesn't use it if he does. I think a lot of that is he doesn't understand that content moves across platforms, and
Oh, yes, he does.
if he gives us permission to use it, we've got an audience, everybody can record whatever. So, I'll have a private conversation with him about that, and just explain to him how that works, because I certainly had permission to share it with you guys tonight.
Facebook.
So,
He should also be aware that not everybody, especially older people, they don't come
He
on
can't
TikTok.
be a techno idiot. He found social media fast. He sure did.
And so you were exactly right when you said you want
older people. They don't come. You hear this? I just saw somebody who said they were 65 and they fucking go on TikTok.
Be aware that not everybody, especially older people, they don't come on TikTok. And so
what? Honey, a lot of your audience is older people. Is she fucking? These people are for real.
You were exactly right when you said you want to kind of pull at the heartstrings, of America again, and put him out there and get people back engaged. And you're gonna miss a whole.
They keep ruining that with all the drama they bring. Tony is a big part of that drama now.
A lot of people that are on Facebook that,
You're right, Ocean. A lot of the elderly people.
That's where I ended it. I couldn't take no more. I stopped right there. I couldn't take no more. A lot of the fucking elderly people.
Oh my God. I can't believe what they said. They really... The old people. Most of her audience is older people. Shows you how she's connected with her audience, huh? I think that's about it for this. Yeah, it's done.
Karen, I'm so sorry. He wants us to say, fuck this. Yeah. Platform. It's his name. He said, I think they're going to have this kid come walking back of that. Robin feels like it's a hoax.
All right, I'm done with it tonight. Anyway, what'd you guys think of that TikTok panel with old Tony Boy? Not a lot of truth there. I don't see where Tony's helping in any way. I don't see where Tony has helped in any way. And I don't think he's going to get this open relationship with law enforcement either. Not with what he's doing. It's just not going to happen. And again, who exactly is he? He's not family. He's not a lawyer. He's not even a licensed PR guy. So who is he? And now they're going to do some kind of trust for any new funds that they raise. What about all that's been raised? It's a lot. A lot. So they do have goals of doing more fundraising. And who's going to be in charge of this trust? Because somebody has to be. Who's going to oversee the money and what it's spent on? Yeah, there's some things I have some serious questions about. Enough to buy a motorcycle? Yeah. Then he said his rent's $500 more a month on the Pascal show tonight. He said he don't have a boat. He can't afford a boat. He don't have a boat so he could go looking. Whatever Chris and I guess they're accusing Chris and Katie of. Chris and Katie work hard for what they have. So what? They're entitled to that stuff. They pay for it. They're not out here asking for money for stuff. I'm just saying. But they pay for, they're allowed to have that stuff. I don't understand it. And I don't know. Like I said, when you protest too much and you try to paint yourself as the perfect this and the perfect that, and by doing so, the way you're doing it is by attacking the other parents. Yeah, something's up. I don't think any of them did anything to Sebastian. I never did. And I refuse to give up hope. But Seth is angry, still at Katie, and still blaming her for everything in his life. He never got over the divorce. That's just my opinion. And he's used it. So, what do you guys think? I, yeah, I have to use mine for live, but other than that, I don't. But today I did, and not today, yesterday, because I wasn't on, around a lot. So I thought I did good by recording that live. I was so pissed. But at least I still found the video and got to play it for you. I mean, I could have played you mine, you just wouldn't have been able to tell anything that was said. It was that jarbled. You couldn't make shit out. No, but Seth's current actions are BS. Did we mention the day Seb went missing was 2 years since the divorce, and now look at the cord. They've been divorced longer than 2 years. That's wrong. I don't know. I just don't see how they think this is helping. I don't understand what is wrong with Seth and this Tony. Seth, we're going along with it. I mean, it just. Dude, you're not helping Sebastian. You're not. Come on. Sadly, he's lost in all this. I thought her and Chris have been together, been married for like 7 years. It's Flea, not Flea. Yeah. No, he's not helping. It's sad because he's really hurting. He loves his son, and he's also made mistakes himself, and instead of owning them, he's projecting it all onto Katie. All his anger, all his hate is all projected onto Katie. As they say, time to put your big boy panties on. I honestly think they're doing damage control because if you think about it, they were going after Seth a couple days ago. Things were coming out about Seth. Exactly, Kim. Every time the tide starts to turn a little bit and people start questioning things about Seth, they come out with more shit like this. They were advertising it for a day before they even went on Pascal's show. Tony was panel hopping TikTok, YouTube, and saying it. I will send screenshots of Tony's comments saying about how CPS paperwork was being dropped. That Seth had finally got it and was going to drop it all. So, yeah. That's not helping. And you know what? Wasn't there. All I know is one parent has come out and been brutally honest. Do I like his attitude sometimes? And someone think that the way he says things? No. Do I think he can be an asshole? Absolutely. But there's no denying that. But you got one that comes out and is brutally honest about things that happened in the home, things that transpire. And then you got another parent that comes out and plays on that because one was brutally honest, plays on that to use it to make him look like he was the saint parent. When in fact, there's documentation about him. Then you mentioned, then he keeps just putting out more and more info, more and more concealment and falsification in the same. And he keeps getting these team members and they keep dropping like flies. And I still don't know what he needs a team for. I don't know what he needs a PR guy for because he's not helping. I don't know what he needs an event planner / search and rescue person. A fake dog handler, some TikTokers and some YouTubers, and a couple from Facebook. That's an interesting team. Not sure what they're going to do. They're not sure what they're going to do. Because we don't know who's running this team. We don't know who's in charge. Tony tells us he is, and he has full authority, but then he tells them they can share the pictures and then turns around and says, oh, no. Seth said no, no. So which is it? I don't know. He admitted today that he was told to stop. So he hasn't been out searching like people have been saying. He's doing stuff more from home. I've known that since first week. Even the first week I knew that. He was alluding to the fact he was out searching, but he was home. Yeah. But let everybody keep thinking that. And then you got it coming out where, there's 9 years difference between him and Katie. So, and this is by Seth's own words. So they had met when she was 12. And then I believe she was like 14 when they started dating, however you want to put it. And yeah, he's the one that put out about pregnancies and stuff. She was a minor. When people started questioning that, people started talking about that, they came out with this CPS drop. Conveniently, there was a custody hearing coming up for Chris's child from a previous marriage. The call drops to yet again assassinate Chris's character. They twisted and turned that call because there was no physical violence threatened. He did say the word slap, a cease and desist. Slap with a cease and desist. He also never said he was going to do anything to Seth. That he never said that he was going to shut him up permanently or shut him up for good. It's not how it was said. It's right in the transcripts. I read it to you. What was said is if Seth knew, if Seth was talking to Bobby, who I'm thinking is on the TBI, because Chris refers to him quite a bit. If he talked to him and was told the things that they knew, that then Seth would not be able to talk anymore. That's what he was saying. He wasn't saying he was going to shut Seth up. They just didn't want to hear it. Well, according to Tony, they are setting up some type of trust um, for new donations, for legal fees and searching fees and all this stuff. Yeah. So we'll see about that. And I want to see who's running that, because apparently there's actually nobody running this army that they have. There's actually nobody in charge. Nobody knows what's going on. Tony can't tell you dates and times. Tony can't tell you a lot of factual information, but he can sure slam Chris and Katie. Go figure. Yeah, something's just not. I'm sorry, but something isn't adding up for me. Not at all. But we've been on here a really long time, guys. I got to get up with the kids. But I'm going to probably go live because tomorrow's only half a day at court. So I'm going to probably go live around 1 o'clock and do Smiley. And then tomorrow night, we will finish off with 111 True Crime. And there'll be some Betty in both. But Smiley, I've got to do. I have planned this out. I've rewatched those lives. I'm ready for her. I planned this one out. I got 10 pages of notes. But yeah. But thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. Tony whined about working a full-time job and then working 8 hours every night for free. You know he's going to get money out of this at some point. Absolutely. What does everybody think that Seth is in it for the money? I think he wants to find his son. Oh, I do too. I have no doubt he wants to find his son. I've never doubted his love for his son or that he wants his son home. It's the things he's doing. Yeah. Could be, Kim. They all want to find Sebastian. I truly believe that. I really do. But you can't do it this way, Seth. You can't do it this way. And I'm sure he's hurting like hell. I mean, that's his son. And that's why I have such a hard time with this whole thing. Because at the end of it, they're his parents. And even though they're not respecting each other, I don't know. It feels weird. Because I truly don't think any of them had anything to do with it. And I don't like how things are going down and things that are being said that should not be said. But I can't change that. Yeah, it's sad that this happened the way, that it's going down the way it is. It's really sad. Yeah, I don't think he should either. This Tony's supposed to be a professional. He is not a professional. And I believe that, like I said, he's encouraging a lot of this. I don't know. But what's going to suck is whatever the game plan is, if it goes bad, guess who it's going to fall on? It's not going to fall on Tony. Tony can just disappear again. I mean, really, it's not his son that's missing. He can just walk away. It's going to fall on Seth. That's who it's going to fall on. So I just hope he's careful. And it doesn't seem like he's being careful. At least not from what I see. But yeah, money can take a little bit of the pain and hardship away. It's a lifetime. All the parents should be afforded that. Yeah. The things that Seth is doing is only going to make TBI waste resources just like they did in Summer's case. Yep, that's already been done quite a bit. Quite a bit. Oh, eye surgery. God bless you, Corinne. I'll be sending you prayers and good vibes. Well, Seth claims that he closed the GoFundMe. Guess so. You reached over what you were asking for. But Tony did say they were going to be starting something up, and it's going to be, in a trust. And yeah, I don't know. Guess wait and see. But yeah, I'm going to end this. I can talk to you guys all night reading your comments. I like to read your comments. And I know I spend a lot of time doing that. But I like to read the chat. And that's what makes my live so long, because I always stop throughout and read you guys' comments. This quest to find a lost boy has gone so far, of course, that some creators keep calling Sebastian Seth. It's tragic, yeah. He's lost in it. That's sad. Because Sebastian Rogers is who this is about. That's who should be in the forefront. And sadly, he's not. Sadly, he's not. Yeah, it's keeping his picture out there. With a lot of drama. People want to hear the drama or watch the drama, but they don't want to be a part of the drama. So they'll just take a step back. That worries me. They see how people are attacked on here. Maybe they don't want to come forward because they don't want to be attacked. You know what I mean? It could actually hinder the case. Somebody may know something and not want to say anything because they don't want to be decimated by social media. It's bad. But okay, guys, I will see you probably tomorrow around 1:30. And we will do Smiley. Oh boy, Smiley. And I'll throw in little Betty at the end. But Slimy, yeah, you need some attention. Badly. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining me so much. Thank you, mods. I appreciate you. You can hit that like button so I can get in the algorithm. Sub up if you're not subbed up. We also have poolside memberships. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Night all.